playing with your coach?
It feels quite good because now he can understand better because coaches aren't allowed to be behind us in the middle of the games. So now he knows better about our communication in game, so he can coach us a bit better for the future, and he understands what's everyone's role in the game.
Oh, that sounds really good. So this is actually, it's a good part of your training, basically.
We usually like to say so. We like to keep training and keep trying to improve as a team and as players.
What did you think of the Shadow Shaman core in game 2?
Uh, Honestly, I thought they had a bigger idea behind it. Like maybe they had some idea to win immensely one lane, but it didn't come off as expected.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it backfired on them and it cost them the
Definitely
game.
did. Yeah. Hey, can you talk to me a little bit about Dark Willow? Because I really like Dark Willow personally, but we don't see her that often. But you did play against it today?
Actually, we have a couple, maybe 3 players who play Dark Willow on our team, but we haven't really got the time to structure around it our
Okay.
game. So maybe you'll see it in the free future. Maybe not. I can't. I don't really know to tell you, but I think we will play it.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah. So you're ready for the next matchup. You know who you're gonna face if you've seen
Secret Newbie.
Secret Newbie.
I like these opponents actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we always get to. We never really get to face them a lot, especially after TI. So it's nice to play them again, especially after our our series in Genting. That, that hit me hard, but we're good now. We like them.
Feels
Yeah.
good to play with him, though, huh?
Yeah, it feels good to play with him because he's vocal and he wants to give the vibe that he's trying to lead and command in the game because he can't really do it as a coach when he's in the bystanders. I guess he just likes it and I like it too. But we do miss Samir because Samir has always been the spirit of the team.
And is it because obviously Kuro is also still the captain? So they don't clash in game? They're like they work together perfectly because they're used to working together, I guess, as coach and captain as well.
They don't really clash together as much as they agree together. And
Okay.
sometimes Kuro gives him some advice on what to do in this particular moment because Kuro is so experienced and he knows. And Dean hasn't been playing professionally for quite a while.
Yeah.
So he's very attentive and he listens and he tries to give his best by commanding and by leading and just by trying to make calls.
So by the way, who do you think you're gonna face in the finals? Is it gonna be is there winners bracket finals rather? Is it gonna be Secret or Newbie?
Actually, I'm really excited to watch the game because I honestly have no idea who we're gonna face. But whoever we face, I feel like we just want to face them. We want to play these guys because we like them as players and as teams. And it's usually the matchups we really like these matchups.
Looking forward to it. Okay, well, thank you so
Cool.
much for talking to us.
That's awesome.
Really enjoyed that. We're gonna have Thomas here play you out. So that was it. You can just walk off. That was it. Yeah.
See you later, dude.
I want to chill.
It's comfortable, right?
You can continue sitting down if you want, but I think your team wants to as well. We are gonna prepare for our next matchup. First, actually, there's one thing you still need to know. I think GH, we didn't really tell him, but I think you guys know it. Who's the MVP for this match?
It's got.
Let's take a look.
Oh, come on!
Oh, hell yeah.
Is that our biggest win
You
of the
even
day?
see it still go up. You know, it was
Yeah.
like 79 just right now, and it went to 81
I think
already.
that's like the biggest score of the day, isn't it? 81.
Definitely
This is,
up there.
This is not only about the game, too. It's about afterwards, right? Everybody's like, everyone loves GH. This guy's so lovable.
He really is. And an amazing player, and you know, him seeing himself play. Oh, that was fun.
He was like, damn, that was good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh, that looks pretty good, yeah. And he looks forward to our next matchup, as are we. I think at the start of the day, we already mentioned that this was the matchup that a lot of people were looking forward to most. Secret versus Newbie. Any initial thoughts before we are going to have a break, but I do want to have your initial thoughts about how you're thinking it's going to go.
I'm curious to see what Secret brings to the table. Are they going to bring some more crazy stuff and try to throw Newbie off guard?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably it. I think Newbie's a lot more stable. They like to pick very similar drafts, very similar play style, while Secret, after we saw yesterday, they like to just throw a wrench in the works. So I'm looking forward to Secret pulling out some crazy heroes.
They make it very hard as well. Like we said before, they're so responsive. There's always someone waiting and watching. This is the way they love to play the game. And it's like Secret are going to have to really come out strong in the lanes and just kind of like transition to that 5-man, I think is going to be a big challenge because Newbie's really hard to just gank out.
All right. You guys, we have a small break. When we're back, it is time for a second winners bracket semi-final, Secret versus Newbie, so stick around.
This is the future of wireless.
Ready.
This is the next generation of performance.
Set.
No limits.
Go.
Unplug and play. Wireless gaming technology from Corsair.
I planted the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Us! What the hell is going on? Oh, Scheiße!
Oh yeah. You guys, it is finally time for the matchup that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. And I know these teams have been waiting for that, especially Secret, because they want to have a chance to have revenge on Newbee, who knocked them out in multiple majors. So I kind of lost some people. And Ted is still sick, so I gotta settle for what's left. And I think what's left is behind that door. Dude, what did you do? You actually broke it.
No, yeah, but they're always fixable. Right. Hey, he fixed it. I think you fixed it.
I did not fix it.
Fixed it.
That is
We
not how you
fixed
fix it.
All right.
All right, welcome to
Okay.
the Fever Show, and thank you for ruining my door.
You know, I had
I
this
don't-
joke coming in where like Owen was just bursting through like the Kool-Aid Man, except for with Monster Energy. But I didn't expect him to actually break down a door in the process.
I mean, it's not broken. It still functions.
No,
as
it's
a door.
definitely broken.
It
It's
closes.
definitely-
It has two states. It's closed at the moment. It also can open, just in a bit of a different way.
All right, welcome, guys.
sure.
I think you've joined me at the right time, by the way. This is the
I'm
hypest,
ready. I'm geared
the
up.
hypest matchup.
I've got a balanced diet here. I
yeah?
have a full sugar monster and a sugar-free, so I
Okay.
can have all the taste, but I can also, watch my calories.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's advanced monster energy physics. I
Okay.
don't agree, but trust me.
All right.
Anyway,
Secret versus Newbee. That's our matchup. We're in winners bracket semifinals number 2. We're here for the revenge matchup because Secret wants revenge. This is the matchup that I think every person that we talk to on Secret, like, what matchup are you looking forward to most? Newbee. Want to kill Newbee.
well, yeah, understandably. What was it? It was the Bucharest Major, right?
Yeah.
Where we saw Newbee get the 2-0. And, Puppy has told us in the interviews that he is very intent on getting revenge. And I think, Secret wants something. They'll certainly do their best to get it. So I think we're going to see a strong one. Because at the same time, I don't think Newbee is any weaker than they were then. If anything, they're proving they're just as strong, if not stronger. I think we're going to see a fantastic clash of the Titans here.
I think this will be bit of a litmus test to be able to see whether or not Team Secret and their downfall that we've been kind of proclaiming for the last couple of weeks, that they haven't really looked as good as they used to. Honestly, they used to look better than Liquid. And then I think the meta just ended up being a lot faster than they were used to. They struggled to be able to adapt. Now, this tournament and this matchup against Newbee is a good test in seeing whether or not that's true.
Yeah, it really is. For Newbee as well, I mean, they have looked really good, but they also were, for example, hoping to get further in the Bucharest Major. They were knocked out by their fellow countryman, VGJ Thunder. But yeah, they get a do-over as well. And we get to hear what they thought about this matchup from KP, who we talked to before this match.
Thank you very much, Sheev. Yes, I'm here with KP from Team Newbee. KP, you're up against Team Secret today at Adelan. Recently, of course, you were able to 2-0 them. Are you confident that you can do so again?
Yeah, I'm confident. They're just sitting like right next to me, but yeah, we're really confident.
Are you confident that you're going to be ready to deal with them in the draft? These guys, they've been bringing something new. We've saw the mid one, Phoenix. Are you ready for some surprises?
I think they're not going to do anything too special against us. That's my guess. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. As a Newbee, KP, sounding very confident. We'll see as we get into our matchup of Secret versus Newbee.
It's always interesting to, ask, like, how do you think you will do against that person that's standing right over there? I'm going to crush him. Okay. No, but KP sounded very confident, and I think he is right with not expecting too many surprises here from Secret.
I mean, that's why I think he's wrong. I think Secret's still going to do some wacky stuff.
Oh, well, come on. The
they've been
Phoenix
practicing
mid
for this.
was...
Maybe not Phoenix mid, but I don't think you can guarantee that Secret are going to keep it all like, cool and very meta. I think there's definitely a chance Secret throwing a bit of a curveball, especially if they get a game up in game one.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think Team Secret needed to change something. I think that at Bucharest, they tried to play a much faster game.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good look for them, but they still need to be capable, no matter where the meta goes from here to TI, they still need to be capable of playing that kind of game. And so I would not be surprised whatsoever. if Owen is completely right.
I would not be surprised if I'm completely wrong, because this does also happen sometimes.
I would also not be surprised by that either.
Okay. Before the match, Owen, you also had the chance to talk to Cyborg Matt. Let's take a look.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, I'm here with Cyborg Matt, of course, manager of Team Secret. Matt, your guys are going up against, of course, Newbee. This is a team that previous lands, they've given you a few issues. Puppy said yesterday was looking forward to facing them. How confident are you that the boys are going to have the advantage against Newbee this time?
I think we're feeling pretty happy. It's when we go against Newbee, historically we've been pretty strong against them. Recently, not the case, but I think we're prepared for them today, so we'll see.
And in terms of sort of these picks that you've been coming out with, we've had a mid-1, mid-Phoenix. I just want to know, what's your reaction when you're sort of sitting there and you see them whip out something like the mid-Phoenix? Do you trust in the boys?
I mean, you have to trust them. I mean, at the end of the day, when if you're playing with a team that's trying to come up with new ideas and stuff and not just sticking to what the current meta is, I mean, it's a good sign for the future of the team.
Well, thank you very much, Matt. We'll look forward to seeing Secret hopefully push the meta even further forward.
Yeah, we got to have more inventions.
I knew Owen's analysis seemed way too correct to be from him. You literally just stole what Cyborg Matt said in the interview. That is exactly... I was like, man, Owen's on point right now.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I did, didn't I? I mean, yeah.
Don't try and play dumb with me.
It's
You know what
okay.
you're up to.
It's okay. What was your own opinion then?
On what?
All right, never mind. So,
I can give you my opinion on anything. We can talk about anything you want. What do you want to talk about?
Dota 2.
Oh, I want to... I actually have a question. Why did you interview Cyborg Matt and not one of the players?
Because the players told me to fuck off. That's how it goes. Life of an interview.
This man's had a little bit too much monster. I apologize, production.
Life of an interviewer can be very, very difficult. People start to think, ooh,
It really is.
what?
No, I did it there with no practice. It was easy, honestly. Anyone that complains about interviewing is an idiot. That was a joke, by the way. Because
Jesus, you're trying to get yourself in the doghouse with production and Shiva right now.
Are you
The
sure that
show.
there's Monster in there?
Yeah. I explained my drinking habits quite clearly earlier. It does not need any further clarification.
All right.
Oh,
You know,
out of control.
we can talk about Dota because that's what we're here for. Winners bracket semifinals, and the draft has begun. Newbee versus Secret, best of 3. Winner goes to the top 3 of the tournament and will join Team Liquid there in the in the winners bracket semifinals. That is, not in grand finals, not yet. And let's take a look at what they have. We have seen a lot of Team Secret with Bounty Hunter, so that's the first phase ban. Not surprising there. We're gonna look out for perhaps some surprises coming out here in this best of 3.
I hope so. I think the early
fun.
phases of both drafts and lineups are not going to be anything too crazy. I mean, we can guarantee to see sort of the meta picks. I mean, what are we seeing left in at the moment? The big ones. Surely both teams have got a ban left, but Sand King's still there, Rubik's still there, Omni's still there, Razor's still there.
There's a lot of heroes still
There's
there.
another 100 heroes still left.
Sure. But you know my point. And also, of course, one of the heroes that caused issues for Secret in one of the games, because I believe was the SDCC Death Prophet, and a hero that we've seen continues to be incredibly strong. So I'll be interested to see how Death Prophet plays into the drafts today between these two teams.
Well, we saw Death Prophet a lot yesterday, and then today she's kind of been absent. I find.
You know what's also been absent is Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Only,
we have one
No-Chill.
game at Terrorblade today.
Yeah, No-Chill played it.
But there was
just other than that, yeah.
before that series, the previous series, there was not a single Terrorblade pick or ban.
Yeah.
Right? It went through entire drafting phase, completely unnoticed. I do think that hero definitely reached his peak, and teams started being able to get better and better addressing it. I'm just still surprised that it's completely out of the pool, because I still think it is very viable.
Yeah. I know, a bit of a targeted one there, the Abaddon ban. That is a hero you do not see first phase banned in pretty much any other draft, but against Secret Newbee. Taking it out from the start. I just heard a hero being mentioned that I'm not even going to bring up because they're not going to do it. Someone on Secret just said the word Bloodseeker, and if they do that,
One thing that I can say though,
If they pick a Bloodseeker,
they seem in very high spirits,
they do.
which I think is very good.
I mean, everyone is. This is a lovely land to be at. It really is. All the teams are having fun. KP, he's ecstatic. You know, they're having a great time. Elder Titan opening for Newbee. I'll be interested to see how Secret deal with this. You know, this is one of those heroes I think is very strong, but there are definitely cores in the game that can destroy an Elder Titan's game, like the Lifestealer. You got a Sand King. If I'm Newbee now, I would be very sort of aware that Ace could just grab the Lifestealer in this game.
Yeah, I think it's okay. They can also go for a double support opening. I know a lot of teams want to be able to open and save their support for the second phase, but Ancient Apparition Sand King has been a really nice combination so far. And before Bucharest, it was a hero that they were actually running to counter the Elder Titan a lot of times. Thanks to the Chilling Touch, it's a really good way to make sure ET can't just run you over. Instead, it's going to be the Witch Doctor, who kind of operates similarly in the fact that he does have a very big threat to the Elder Titan, thanks to Maledict.
Yes, absolutely. And very quick pickup from Newbee in response, getting Rubik, as we are seeing most people loving to play when there's a Sand King in the game. One of those heroes that's nice and easy to grab that extra stun, and is incredibly nice to play around with if you're the Rubik.
Yeah, it's a China classic for sure.
Yeah.
So there is still one of the most notorious cores right now, going back to Bucharest in this tournament as well. The Gyrocopter was not touched in this first opening phase, and I feel like he is one of the cores that you're okay with opening with.
Yeah, for me, I think, at the moment, in terms of what Secret will want, Gyro and still the Lifestealer, because I think Rubik is one of those heroes that you're very happy playing a Lifestealer against. You've got not very good spells for yourself to lose to the Rubik. And, you know, the Rubik is never really going to be a threat to yourself, unless you get some sort of incredible steals in terms of the other ones. But I'm looking for that Ace Lifestealer this game still.
5 seconds.
Honestly, Pot is going to be the ban from Secret. And Newbee, they will look towards Ace's hero pool now. They take away his Lone Druid. We have seen a few Lone Druids. Well, as we say, we've just seen the one Lone Druid game, haven't we? Or was there a second one?
We
saw Envy play it.
Yeah, yesterday we saw him as well, I think.
Yeah, I think we did.
Something like that, yeah.
But not today. We saw him banned.
It's very effective against a lot of these magic damage lineups that just end up running out of steam because the Lone Druid is so tanky. And Radiant seems to be quite the great team fighting item right now. You see a lot of Lifestealers going for it. The Bear is obviously picking up as well. Another core that I feel is pretty important for both these teams, it's a pretty good fodder hero in the Brewmaster, but it's even better, I think, for Newbee because of their general team fight focus.
Yeah.
And you do want a strong initiator for Newbee because the Elder Titan 4 position pickup, the difference is Secret, they don't really need the same kind of initiation because their Sand King is able to do that for them.
I think you're bang on with that, Brew, especially with what we've just seen a couple of offlaners being banned out, the pool starting to get targeted, and the options are beginning to get limited. Yeah, either side grabbing the Brew could be golden.
10 seconds remaining.
I'll see what Secret do want to prioritize as the third. They've already seen one of Ace's heroes being banned out. Maybe they do want to try and grab Ace's. Now it depends how much they want to try and protect it. They might want to normally leave mid 1-0 later on, and they will grab Aces. And you mentioned the cap, the Terrorblade that we haven't seen too much, but Secret they do respect it, and it by all means it still does feel like one of the strongest carries in the meta.
Yeah, the Underlord ban was what stood out for me for Team Secret, and I think the two cores that Newbee always pick it against is the Terrorblade and the Gyrocopter. Because they feel like the damage reduction on Terrorblade is quite strong, as well as deals with the push really well. But then against a Gyrocopter, it's a hero that is able to generally just tank quite a bit, builds a top pipe to be able to deal with the magic damage, just kind of plays well against the very frenetic, fast pace that Gyro needs to play in games.
Sure.
So
the thing is that you are, of course, picking into an Elder Titan, and Elder Titans, sort of with the right heroes, can be pretty potent against a Terrorblade.
Hey, he's great at being able to set up that kind of big burst damage, right?
So I'll be interested to see what Newbee can sort of pick around this. I think, as good as the Terrorblade is, I think Newbee, they've definitely still got a chance to confidently answer to it.
Maybe not right now, but I think Pugna actually would be a very dangerous pickup. Newbee, they are really well set up for Death Prophet push lineup as well. That being said, Terrorblade was one of the preferred heroes against Death Prophet lineups because of the way that Metamorphosis matches up against Death Prophet pushes in general. But it is still a China classic to be running a Batrider Death Prophet lineup because it just, like, the pick off into a push is just such a powerful tool to be able to quickly take objectives and control the map.
I've got the Batrider pick up for Newbee, something that's going to be very strong in lane if they can get it against that Terrorblade and really cause issues for the early farm for Ace. And you don't want to let this boy get far, as we have seen Ace just devastate games where he gets ahead in the laning stage. So any chance that Newbee have to put some pressure on him early, and wow. I mean, I wanted to see this here. I didn't think we'd see it because we saw the Terrorblade.
Yeah.
But we are going to see the Lifestealer.
That's a mid-1 Terrorblade then.
I imagine it must be. So they still get the Lifestealer, which as I was saying earlier, I really like against the ET and the Rubik. And what they've done here is they pick the Terrorblade, and as I was saying, Newbee, they get the back because they're like, well, this is going to be great against Terrorblade in the lane. But then Team Secret throw this extra curveball and say, well, we're actually going to go back and pick the Lifestealer, which is now also really good against the Bat that you picked to try and counter our safe lane.
And you know what? There's several heroes that I think Newbee would be quite good with right now. A Newbee hero that they pick against Terrorblade that fits against the Lifestealer is DOTA.
Sure.
A classic matchup against the Terrorblade is OD, who deals quite well with single target focus of Lifestealer as well.
Yeah.
And then if they wanted the more aggressive sort of lineups, the DK, when it comes to just being able to try and push objectives early, high armor hero against Lifestealer as well. That one I'm a little less bullish on, but
I think, I want to see SCCC on one of those big playmaking mids, or either the OD or the SCC co-op. One of his two strongest. They're both in the pool. They both can do pretty damn well this game. You know, for the co-op, there's not... Sure, there's going to be the Blink Bow Strike down the line, but there's lots of other things you can play around. You've got great Magical Burst to work with the ET Aura, and can sort of look to try and punish the TB earlier. Because all in all, the secret draft at the moment is quite great. And Cap, you were bang on. They do get the Medusa, as you mentioned, a hero that's going to be good against both of these cores. And it's sort of as innovative as it is from Secret to get the TB and the Lifestealer against sort of the first three picks. There's a reason why we don't really see these two heroes in the same lineup. This is there's going to be some negatives, surely, Cap, from having a TB and Lifestealer duo core.
It's a little difficult to be able to secure both of their farm, I think, in the laning phase. Other than that, I think Lifestealer can work with Terrorblade lineup simply because he creates a lot of space for you initially.
Sure. So you're looking to the Lifestealer just go fully active as soon as you get the
I'm not sure if this is like a build where you want to be able to go Radiance. I think maybe you want to jump inside your Sand King with just an armlet and start hunting down heroes, especially considering how countered this Lifestealer feels against the DOTA right now. Like, I don't think he's going to be able to just do a whole lot against this core.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if Team Secret were anticipating the Death Prophet, and that's why they picked up the Lifestealer in some way, because the moment I saw that, I was like, oh, you can't run a Death Prophet lineup anymore. Sand King Lifestealer is just like too powerful against that.
Is the Sand King enough as a vehicle for the Lifestealer if you want to get active early? Like,
yeah.
We're looking for a Fata hero, I think, or is Fata going to play the Sand King?
No, I think we're still looking for a Fata hero here.
I think you need a core that changes this game, because right now Team Secret feel a little bit behind in the draft because DOTA was such a potent pickup. They can still play this game very fast because Elder Titan is a strong laning phase hero, but doesn't give you the best like 10 to 20 minute like sort of team fight. He's just kind of okay, but most other forward positions do better than him. And then besides that, it's Batrider and Rubik, right? DOTA is not going to give you a whole lot there either. So I think they
love that
can
Nyx
kind of overwhelm.
I was going to say,
Pugna.
Secret would have loved the Nyx Assassin. It's so good against all the Newbee's heroes. It is that vessel for the Lifestealer. I love the Newbee ban that out. That was absolutely what I think Secret would have loved to get there.
Especially since the Pugna was a pickup that we identified against this lineup earlier.
Yeah, Nyx would have been so perfect for Secret here. I really want to say that they really would have wanted to grab that. But their players made it, and they don't have much time left either, so if that was the intention, we're going to see how they react with this. We've only got 10 seconds left on this.
Maybe like a Brew, just to be able to toss the DOTA up, focus on the rest of the heroes.
Honestly, Magnus. Let's go Mag Lifestealer.
Or...
Ooh, what? This Lifestealer, Terrorblade, and Arc Warden on the same lineup?
You know,
I mean, KP said they didn't think they were going to do anything crazy on Secret. Matt said they would. I said that they've done something This is very crazy.
I'm not actually that surprised by it, just because it felt like Lifestealer was in such a bad position.
Fought a Terrorblade.
They would have to switch up the priority of these cores in some way. And it felt like there was no offlaner that was really going to guarantee them a draft win.
Damn.
Arc Warden, I honestly have no idea how this hero does because I think he's supposed to be countered by heroes like Batrider and Pugna because the bubble doesn't protect you.
So, Kev,
I think
you got to go first.
I'm going to stick with just the traditional pickup. I feel like Newbee, they kind of did everything they needed to. I thought the DOTA was a perfect pickup in the 4. I thought the Pugna, which we identified early in the draft, I think that is really well set up, both with the ET, but matches up well against the Terrorblade.
Okay.
I think it's good for Sarkborn, but honestly, I couldn't say for sure.
Owen?
I mean, I'm sure these guys are falling around because at the moment they've got Yapster on the Terrorblade. There's no way
No,
this is a
I think
position
it's
for Terror.
Fada's going to be playing the Lifestealer, and I think mid one's still on.
I think mid one will play the Arc.
I think mid one's on Terrorblade, and then I think Ace could be an Arc Warden player. He is, right?
But
He is,
I've seen
he's
Arc Warden
definitely,
before, right?
he
I'm
is
sure
the micro player.
He is the
so-
micro player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
the
is the
micro
micro.
player. Owen, you got to mention. Owen?
I think this is too crazy for Secret. I've got to go with Newbee. But I want to see Secret. This is incredible.
Well, let's find out what's going to happen in this first game of the second winners bracket semifinals. It is over to Pigeon and Blitz.
Back, Shiva, and well, we're back. It's Monster O'Clock. My heart is still beating, and well, I'm joined by Blitz.
Hello.
I'm being spoiled, you know. It was Cap first day, now it's Blitz, and
I don't know if you're being. They're not sending you their best.
oh, you're being too humble.
That's for sure.
But this is an interesting lineup. I don't think we really expect the Arc last pick, right?
Yeah, and I want to click real fast to make sure. Yapster's like, I saw what Kuro did. Tag me in. I'm the new. He bought.
Like he's bought items as well. Yeah, he's got the. But they switch now, don't they?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
I hope.
They're just trolling us. They gotta be trolling.
Yeah, this has to be some like high tier mess around play.
Like everyone talks about how powerful Reflection is. It's not that powerful to start.
No, you are not. I don't think Yapster's just gonna walk in the lanes, reflect, and run away.
It's like just getting nursery in games. Like, yeah, ours is support. That works as well, right? No, just please.
Don't get me started on reflection as an ability.
Man, that's like, yeah, because it's the talent that makes it ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Darkseer wall, but better.
Exactly.
Cool.
Filthy. And well, we're underway.
So far, no. Okay.
They're sticking with this. I mean, okay, this is not your typical expectation from Secret.
And
but
he does have reflection level 1. What exactly?
Oh my god.
I guess it's a neat counter to Medusa, at the very least.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and now...
So is this kind of like maybe they're just going, you know what, we lost 2 last time against Newbee. If we lose this time, we can just blame it on the weird picks. But it's peculiar. I want to see what happens here. I mean, they're going to walk into Kaka. Can actually get him, though. He's moving too fast.
Secret and Fnatic, everyone's just going crazy lately. People are not doing things in the norm right now.
This is like my pubs, and that's not saying a good thing right now. That's like anything could happen, and that's what I've been seeing. I mean, there's some big crazy picks recently so far in DreamLeague, but I mean, the Arc Warden's going to be the frustrating one. If you let this guy get too late in the game, he doesn't really have to commit himself heavily to push into your base. So do you feel like Newbee are on a timer this one, or does the Medusa give them late game?
I think... I feel like Medusa gives them late game as the 3-man reflection's going to fly out.
Oh yeah, but can they actually follow us up? Look at the cask, but they're too split up. Like, Yaps is like, I got loads of arm, I can stand it. Kaka, staple gun as a go, but nice stun through from Fada. Can they actually get the kill on the Kaka quick enough? It looks like they might be able to. He's getting pretty low. There's a slow coming through. He tries to cut the trees, but can't quick enough. First blood. And Faith, you don't want to hang around either. These right clicks do add up quickly. Oh, they got a stun. They're going to get a second kill. Yeah, they got that. All right, fantastic start for Secret there.
That was okay. I guess the reflection level 1. I was waiting for so long for them to swap, and they did not. They're going to hold to this.
We judged them, and it was unfair to do so because they just proved us wrong. And actually, I mean, still, Newbee do have the classic, like the more classic Medusa for the late game, but as we were saying, the Arc Warden's nice. I mean, the Sand King is that type of hero that controls the tempo so well in the mid game, right?
Yes. I think they realized like they needed a... When I saw all 3 of those cores, I was like, that's really greedy. There's almost no way to sustain that amount of farm. But I think what they're trying to do is use the TB. Like, if I'm actually trying to theorize why they decided to take this TB, was I think they wanted people to counter it, or they wanted Newbee to counter it, and then they were like, well, Reflection is going to be really good against the Medusa because when she pops the split shot and everything like that, we're going to clear out anyways.
And it's like, you know, when you level Metamorphosis, it's not too bad, even on a support, because that extra right click early on can make all the difference.
Yeah, and I think your Sunder is going to be this really cool utility play.
Oh, hell yeah. Like you know, like a bit like Weaver support when he gets nagged.
Yeah, Moogie.
Oh, Moogie's just shredded. I was so quick in the mid lane. this is the worry. Like, you move away from those creeps. I mean, Flux is one of those spells that just turns it into an immediate kill.
Yeah. So in the previous series, you saw Envy do the Shaman core.
This is getting weirder.
Yeah, this is... the thing is, if it works, you're genius.
Well, I mean,
and if it doesn't, everybody flames you for taking the risk.
But look at Yaps. He's proven the genius. He's actually going to get kill on the Faith here. Can he actually get across? Yes, he can find the kill. Now he needs to get out. SCC can't do this, though, Fada. He actually might turn on to SCC here. Now, Yaps is going to be respectable. He's like, he's got decrep. I don't want to mess with that. But there's 4 kills on the board for Secret. And 2 of them directly responsible. You could say Yaps, even though one's assist. But, like, he's having a huge impact so far.
Yapsar is already 1-0-1 in this game. Just ran down that Rubik. And this hero has good stats for support.
That's true.
Gonna grab the Metamorphosis. Looks like he's gonna leave the bounty rune to Fada.
What a gentleman. I mean, I'd eat that up, you know.
I would too, in a heartbeat.
Like,
Especially as a 4-position TB.
Yeah, you want quick boots, right? Because you're so slow without them.
Yeah, Puppy gonna get chased down right now.
Oh, he's a little bit, maybe a little bit of trouble with this. Haste on Kaka, but Cask, oh no, doesn't bounce favorably. Puppy should be able to just cut through the trees though. That means Kaka's gonna go. He's like, no, you don't escape this, Puppy. Cutting all of the trees he possibly can.
Yeah, and he's gonna get a little bit low, but will manage to get out, and that is the first kill on the board, breaking that 0 for Newbee.
Let's strike him back. You know, it's kind of the issue though early on is you can be that aggressive in a lifesteal lane because until he gets like phase boots, what do you care? You get low on HP, it's very hard for lifesteal to finish.
And KP gonna cop some harass, but.
So actually, we haven't really talked about the top lane. There's been so much drama about the bot lane. Like the top lane, is it just more a stalemate? No one really takes an easy win.
I think Lifestealer is quite getting into the Bat Rider because the Bat Rider never has kill potential on you. No matter how many times you sticky, you're always just going to be able to rage, reset things. And that's the downside of playing Bat, like picking it early on, because oftentimes people just will PL or Weaver or pick one of these heroes that just straight up counter you.
It's a hero that I remember like maybe 2 years ago, it was like almost every game. It was 3 years ago, like Doom, Bat Rider constantly picked or banned. It's like, it's kind of interesting because sometimes we see teams try and run that as a support, but I mean, Secret the ones for the surprise today. And on the mid lane, Kaka, no escape for him. Slow but never deaf. And mid one's having a great mid lane here. Yeah, actually.
Up to 14 CS, and he has some kills. Kind of start that you would like to see.
I mean, at the same time, it just feels like there's a lot of dominance for Secret in this bot lane.
Look at Yapsar. He pops the meta, and he's using it to zone everybody out.
Zone and deny. That's your goal.
This is, I guess, the new, not to use any puns, but the new meta.
I'm just gonna head thump the keyboard a moment, but I mean, we have seen these very odd supports more recently. It's kind of moving to this point where you can be a bit more flexible what you do with your pulse 4.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not quite back to like jungles coming in having like a Wraith King support sort of thing, but this is weirder than the Wraith King support, I'd say.
Back in Dota 1, I think the craziest thing we saw was like Tinker Broodmother lane.
Oh, really?
And I can't remember who supported who, but Faith gonna get the lift.
Oh, nice jump in there. Turns around with the stun. He needs to move away quickly here, taking a lot of damage. Disarms there. SSC, can he actually get it off? Never blast. There we go. Fada gonna die off. No escape from him. Just gonna stick his little claw in your face, like screw you. But I mean, this is kind of what they need. They need to find some return kills because Yaps did set up a nice lane for Sand King here. So I think it's good that they're focusing on that. The only issue is, can you really afford to leave Arc Warden alone against this Medusa?
I think not with the kind of start and the kind of help that mid one had. Like, this hero is predicated on the principle of snowballing more than almost any other hero in Dota. So you're trying to slow him down, especially in the laning phase. Like once this guy gets a Midas and just starts kicking off.
And actually, like one thing I just checked is look at Mugi's net worth right now. Like he's not doing well in this lane at all. It's not just that he's getting killed; he's not really getting any last hits. And nice sleep coming out onto mid one. Speaking of the man, and there's a lift back. They haven't got the damage though. Can Kaka follow? No. It's like you've got 3 heroes here, but this is kind of the risky part about having a Medusa. It's not easy to follow up.
Yeah, he also has raindrops, 5 magic wand charges, and a fairy fire though. Like, there's almost no way that you commit for that.
It's like a perfect one lineup for the side of Secret. You've got the Bat Rider, you've got the Pugna. There's a lot of people that get spam out spells. So you more or less, you've got that rebuttal. You've got that save at the last moment every time.
Yeah, mid one continues to just clean up the CS. Is level 6 now.
This is where it gets a little bit rough though. Oh, and look at KPI. Have they got the follow-up? No one else is here. He's just going to Firefly. Should be able to escape. Cast coming through though. The Stomp doesn't actually hit him, but the cast bounces back. KPI going to just be overcooked. Nope. Open Wounds comes out. Ace, easy kill for him. And he's been waiting for that for a while now, I think.
Yeah, KP gonna go down. No problems whatsoever, as I think Puppy really wanted the last hit, 2 points in the Maledict to be able to trade with the Bat Rider.
He's like, come on, please. Yaps is getting good kills, good hits. Come on, let me have some too. Oh, well, speaking out lane, they pull back Fado, down to half HP, nice sleep. Can they actually follow this up there? They're waiting for the Never Blast, they can't get the space for it because they're just too afraid of Yaps and the reflection.
Just gonna get beaten back. Fada still had the Burrow Strike 2. As in mid lane, Mugi now gonna get slowed up.
Yeah, and this is the power of Flux. Like, you can't underestimate this spell. As soon as he moves away from the creeps, it gets bad again. And oh, he's gonna keep going. Can mid one get the final hit? No. Good protection come out from SC. So this is the awkward thing though. Like, most people, when they commit that deep, there's a price to pay. But Arkwood never has to pay that price because he just sends the double after you.
And Puppy in mid one right now.
Oh no.
Make this play. Smart
Bounces back again. And the Flux is there. They should be able to follow us up easily. Well, looks like the cancerous pair of pain rather of mid one is just spreading double lanes now, and this is rough because in the bot lane it still feels like it's going Secret's way. And I mean, how do you turn? Where do you look on the side of Newbee? What's your focus now?
I think for Newbee, it's try to get your supports a little bit more because they're going to be the ones making the moves in this game. Like, you need to make sure that the Bat Rider, the ET, and the Rubik are playing together at this point. The downside for them is that there are a lot of dead lane heroes, like just lanes that they straight up can't gank, or it's too much of an investment to go for in the first place.
Yeah, it's like you would have hoped, like, with the mid lane being so short, you can't really get in there on the Arc Warden because he just has the flux to slow one you down and walk away.
Yeah.
At the same time, that bot lane that would have been exposed, it's just, I mean, the reflection's still working out so perfectly for Yaps. And then, I mean, what does that leave you with? A life stealer? Not until you get 6 on the bat, which he now has, but do you have damage to follow that up? I'm not sure if you do. Well, they are smoked up anyway. Newbee going to try and rotate round. KP at the ready. They need to actually set him up for Lassie, but meanwhile on the bot, like Kaka. Kaz is like, just leave me alone to farm this, and oh, they finally found mid one. Can actually get the kill though. He summons his double, and the cast bounces favorably for them as a result. Now, look at the turnaround. Can they actually do this? Ace says, let's fight. They force the last two out onto him. SC getting pretty low here. Same with Faith. Mid one, he's actually not bothered at all. We get the kill with Faith. SC does escape just in time. And I felt like you put almost everything onto that kill on Arc Warden, and you still walk away with nothing.
Yeah, they're going to lose 2 heroes for that. Not the kind of trade that they wanted, and they waste the time of their safe laner. The Arc Warden just continues to get farm, and that lead just steadily climbs. They're already up to 5,000 gold.
This is fast.
Yeah, that is 9 minutes in. Yapsor trying to get core farm on himself. Has been left alone at this bottom lane. Trying to take advantage of that, but Fada's right back here.
It's like top 3 net worth for them, and it's so cozy. It's like, I didn't expect the Sand King to have this good of a start, and then we just start seeing the TB, who I think this is the poorest we've ever seen a TB for good reason. But even Puppy's got more gold than him at this point, so I kind of like this because I think getting a little bit extra gold, a little bit extra leveling.
Oh, at bottom though.
Oh yes, they're gonna quickly melt through him. Yaps. I mean, we were just talking about him, like he's all the focus, and that's a good kill. At the moment, Sand King doesn't have that blink, so you've got no chance of a rebuttal reinitiation. He's getting close, though, up to 1,600 gold. Oh, there's the center coming through, but no follow-up. Okay, I mean, you stop a tower push, I guess. I'm not sure it was too much concern. SC can just keep walking back and forth.
Yeah, immediately apologizes. Thought they were going to get a little bit closer to that, but they're going to go for the smoke instead. They were spotted by the ward, though.
Yeah, this should be pretty obvious. I wonder if they try and just set this up for themselves. But no, they actually catch out Faith. A little bit greedy coming this far forward. Now he's going to die off. There's a cast. Look at it go. He's a little clean up there for them. I'm not sure why Faith hung around there. Did they really think they could go back in on it? Maybe the ET enables them to get that sleep and then turn around with an Everblast?
Potentially, but even then, they know that the Arc Warden's down there too. But KP is going to farm up some neutrals, try to stabilize his net worth. Is not that far from the Blink Dagger.
It's getting close. I like sometimes we like to see Bat Riders go for drums. This is just not a drums game because you use that to sometimes escape or get in. If Open Wounds comes out, there's no way you can actually escape at all. Well, it just feels like they're putting so much attention on this bot lane, and I kind of like the fact that they've brought mid one down here instead, and now they're just like Yaps and just start farming the mid lane. But look at this, jumping in. Just saying, mid one bin is good, and actually Faith can get away. He stole the Burrow Strike, but look at the Spirits that just chased him through. They'll find the kill as well. And mid one already unstoppable this stage. 6-0-3, and we're only 11 minutes into the game.
He has had a very successful start on a hero that absolutely requires it. Second in net worth. That doesn't even take into account what Ace has done so far in the Lifestealer. They are, Newbee right now are getting dominated all around the map.
This is going to be like a quick ratings time this rate for Ace. I mean, just mention him. And usually, it's the worry is, can your life still get ratings quick enough? Hell yes, this type of game. Mid one's just creating so much space. So now they're going to find more. They jump straight in. Kaka. Goodbye. Puppey. The Death Ward's still going. SC down to half HP. They could just put down some spirits and maybe go for him.
They want to go for the dive.
Yep, they're going to go in. That's going to take a lot of damage, but they should be fine here. They've got the Virus Strike available. Now they just need to clean this up. They do get the kill. Valorant will make it out as well. I wasn't sure for a second there because mid was out of mana. He didn't have enough for the Spark Wraith, but didn't need it in the end, really.
I think SCCC also, he used the life drain to try to save his teammate for a second.
Yeah.
Thought like maybe if I get this off for long enough, we can go for some kind of turn, but without it available, that was an easy call for the dive. They had Spark Wraith position 2 in case any TP were going to come forward.
That's the great thing about Spark Wraith is it's a scouting skill as well as a good nuke. And I mean, you just look at this right now, 3 to 14, 12 minutes in a 7k net worth, and it's just climbing. It's not like this is spiking back and forth. It's just slowly moving out of control. Like I said, it's a snowball hero. Arc Warden, he needs to be snowball, and he's doing it fantastically.
Pretty much everyone on their team right now is snowballing.
I mean, look at the supports. They're not doing too bad net worth wise. They're actually catching up with Pugner at this rate, and it feels like you're going to put a lot of pressure on the Batrider to deliver now. But it's a single target hero. You can't really come. It's not that type of hero like a Sand King that's going to turn around a huge team fight, right?
The scariest part right now of this game is even if you go for one immediate kill, like, does that really net you enough? They get back into this game.
Oh, Fada, the jump in. What? All right, you want to hide? We'll use the epicenter. At least that one got a kill this time.
Yes.
So everything on the improvement there.
I think at this point they are so comfortably ahead. They can feel how comfortably ahead they are. They're just willing to commit that.
Yeah, I mean, is that a blink? I think Batrider's now got his as well. Yeah, he's just picked up his, so Sand King got his just before him. I mean, Newbee need to find a kill quick, or at least some towers, because this gold is not going to slow down. Not with Bid having that Midas already, and Lifesteal approaching the Radiance.
They're going to make their grand reveal here, as they're all in mid lane.
Hello, KP. Can they do anything? Oh, Sleep comes in, catches on the mid one, but you can't approach it. As soon as you do, you're already slow with the flux. KP can't even initiate.
Yeah. Not even a fight that he might not necessarily want to go for. Is KP going to get slowed up by the reflection? No follow-up, though.
Yeah, I think they were worried about the Firefly there. That can turn on you very quickly if you're not careful. If it's the right move, but it's just a little reminder to the side of Newbee that you can't just sit there and wait on initiation. If Newbee don't go quickly, Secret can just turn on them instantly. Actually, I have to wonder, what is the priority? I mean, we've seen the Mask Madness come out from the Medusa. Is there anything different you do? Do you go super defensive, you get Hurricane Pike here? Do you think that's crucial for Newbee, or do you feel like the Batrider can just bring the problem to you, and then you can just sweep through it quicker with...
I'd be okay Massive Menace and a Hurricane Pike, then just going for the standard build, Butterfly Scotty. I don't even know if you get to that point, though, at this rate.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. I mean, everyone was looking towards this series like, oh, this is going to go very long, but if Newbee don't start to find these kills soon, there's no chance your Medusa is going to... Because Medusa's just been trying to farm all game, and you look at the net worth right now, she's 4th.
Everyone is farmed right now, though, on the side of Team Secret.
There's not much that's gone wrong for them so far.
Yeah, the Lifestealer already has that fully completed Radiance. They're going to invade into this ancient area. This is huge for Mugi.
They're going to catch him. Yeah, Mugi's a big kill from here. Oh, but nice steal. Sandstorm again. They're like, what? This is what I want. But then to jump in on Mugi. Nice last hit coming out to hold up Lifestealer. And now Fada again preload, but so is Faith. Nice use of the gaze. Mugi's got no man to work with. Needs to be careful. He's going to force him away. Ace might turn around. There's a reflection coming in. Yaps looking for a kill. KP getting low. Will actually die off in the end. And now the rest of them should make it out. So
Faith is so low.
Faith, they don't know he's there, though. They're going to spot him. They've got to see him there, right? No? They're pinging. Yep. Look at the Spark Race. There it is. He accepts his fate.
Yeah, now they're going to go for the Ancients themselves. This was the insurance from Mugi.
I mean, if your Medusa can't farm, you've got nothing to follow through. This Pugna is not taking towers early. I mean, you look at it right now, I think there's, one tower taken by the side of Newbee. And that's grim at this stage in the game. I mean, Secret can afford to only have one tower. They've got such a lead. Actually, I'm wondering what you want to really do with the Pugna. I mean, he's going for the 4-star first. I think he has to, though, especially against like Lifesteal open wounds, the reflection. All these slows just set up kills easily, right?
I think, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way for Newbee to get back into this game. It's obvious, like, you're going to try to get your Medusa in a position where she gets, like, 6-slotted and they can hold, like, when it comes to the ultra high ground. But I don't even know if Secret allows you to push to that kind of pace.
Even if you do, like, you just have the arc ward and split pushing as well.
Yeah.
So if you draw attention, you're still taking something.
And I'm not certain if they even secure themselves a late game here. Is SCCC going to go for the TP out? Is going to be successful?
It's like, it was always going to be just about, they can never break through quick enough.
Yeah. Yapstar is indeed going for, like, some kind of weird build where...
He just solo died to Fada there. That was the epicenter though. But I think that's worth it. The Rubik's probably your biggest concern because you've got some big spells you could steal here that could turn things around. I mean, all it takes is a cask bouncing favorably, and suddenly Secret could lose a hero.
I think Fada at this point is like, kills a kill.
Oh, they find another one. KP, he's going to drag you back, but what's the point? You know it's going to come here. Kaka. And actually turn onto him. They're waiting for the bar strike. 2 seconds. Kaka, it should be the easy kill. He sacrifices his life for his court. No! Going to save him to decrepify. Ace trying to chase through. Should still be able to get this though. Rage popped and off he goes. And now they're going to chase for more. Fada's like, bar strike again, boys. You want more? Here it is. Served on a platter. Have yourself a small eternal undead child. Oh, they should put that into the top push. Oh no, Mugi. Force use the gaze. That is expensive because now Secret don't have to slow down. They go straight in. They find Faith. The Death Ward gets committed. Not sure it was really needed, but just to be safe.
They are straight up getting overrun right now.
Like how long, like if this continues, how long before Newbee just tap out? Because we see some teams like they kind of hang in there. They're like, maybe we can come back. And you're kind of sitting there waiting for a mistake. And the longer it goes, the more frustrated you get, right?
Feel like Newbee will play this out. A team like Newbee, I think they're too proud to GG out at this point.
They'll fare the storm. At least until they lose, like, what, 2 lanes. But it's like anything can happen then. Because Secret, while they are being dominant here, they're not at the stage where they quickly break buildings instantly yet.
Yeah, I've seen crazier Medusa comebacks, as has Newbee. The series that they played at ESL Genting against Secret.
Oh, yeah. That one was... I mean, that showed the true power of Medusa. It's like, I always define her as this walking fortress.
Yeah.
And your concern is they have to come to you, though. But, I mean, Newbee have got the setup to make that happen. Well, they catch the illusion if Arcwood. I mean, look at the health on SC every time. This is just the illusion on its own. It's just so easy to go in with an extra hero or find a kill, but I feel Secret with a 12k net worth lead, they don't want to risk anyone. And Newbee will smoke up. They're going to try and make something happen here.
Every one of those heroes, high value target. And even the Terrorblade is just barely behind the Bad Rider.
Yeah, 4,500 compared to the 5,000. They're moving around right now. They might walk into the Sand King, but he's infested. This would be the worst target for them. Yaps, on the other hand, you can kill him quick. Like, wait, oh no, this one's just an illusion.
Now they're going to get spotted. Mid one is invised up. They're going to see everyone here.
They jump on the Puppy. Can they kill him off quick enough? No, they can't. There's a jump through. The epicenter's big. Kaka already dead. And look, the last two doing nothing at the moment as you just get shredded through. 3 dead already. In the meantime, Mugi, you need to run. You've got the mana back. TP out as fast as you can. They have got the stun, though. Double kill for Ace and 4 dead on the side of Newbee. But it might be 5. SC, he's trying to run away. He's trying to turn around the Yap. So there's a stun. He's like, it's okay. We can keep this going. Stun's coming off cooldown, but we don't even need it. The right click secure it. And it's a team wipe. As Secret just asserting complete dominance so far. I mean, this is at least going to be a tier 2. I don't think you can push high ground yet.
Yeah, the support Terrorblade is... I don't want to say that it's the reason why they're winning. I think there are other independent factors, but it's certainly not losing them the game. Yaps are using the Spirit Vessel against the Pugna.
Yeah.
Not able to do anything during the life drain. And even though Newbee get 5-man wiped, 16k down, it looks like they do want to play things out. Still holding on to that faint glimmer of hope.
I mean, it's a Medusa, right? You get like super late. That's in what, top 3 late heroes, I'd say, or at least top 5. Definitely top 5. That must be. But yeah, it's looking pretty rough. I mean, what buttons? I never actually look at the win graph because last time I looked, it had 100%, and then the team that had 0% won, so I didn't trust it. There it is. Look at that. That is 97% in favor of Secret. Thank you, DOTA Plus.
It's not 100 though.
Yeah, it's not 100, okay? You can cover any kind of comeback. This is why I'm going to trust my analyst here as opposed to a robot.
It is nigh impossible.
It's like this. They're at the point where it's like, lifesteal, you don't even need to farm. Just hop in me, we'll go looking for more kills, and they might find it. They come around the back. These supports are very edible, and all the cars bouncing through. They're going to catch 2. There it is. You're going to 4-star back, but Kaka's dead as well. And now, you actually TP Mugi in. Like, why are they doing this? You shouldn't be here right now. You got the gaze, but you just need to use it defensively and move the hell away, but you can't. There's a lasso coming through. They actually stone up Ace, but look at this. It's just protected from the Glimmer and all the sparks in the Devil War, but no one cares. The epicenter. GG. They've had enough. 21 minutes in, and this feels like maybe our most one-sided match so far today.
That was something else. Newbee just did not look like they stood a chance at any point in that game. Secret rolled them so hard. All 3 of their cores got farmed. Nobody got pressured. Nobody got punished. That was incredibly well done.
I mean, Yaps is now going to be setting weird new standards for our pub games. But, I mean, how much credit do you give to this Terra play? Because he set up a fantastic lane.
It was cool. I'm a traditionalist, and even I don't even know if it was necessary because Secret played so well, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I wonder if Secret have more interesting things. I mean, we saw Fnatic, they went for the Shaman on game one game up rather. Maybe Secret now get even more bold.
I'm not really sure how they're going to top that, but...
Well, we will go to a short break, and then we'll be back with the couch before finding out what will happen next. Will Secret just stomp this, or Newbee just going to come back and strike hard? We'll find out soon.
Is she coming in a little sooner? That's alright. That's alright. Is she coming in a little sooner? That's alright. That's alright. I got a dozen red roses and a bottle of wine. I'll be ready anytime. She'll be coming in a little earlier tonight. Well, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Alright with me. That's alright. That's alright. Alright with me. That's alright. That's alright with me. That's alright. That's alright with me. Right, alright, 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 alright. Well, that's alright. That's alright. Alright. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record. Simple, now I've got the radio away. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Got the ladies waiting to stop. Rewind from the top. Pull up, DJ, start the song again. Hooked up like a better friend. From the edge to turn the bend. Now turning heads with a mix and blend. Got tricks, switch up the vibe we send. Stick around, yeah, we grind to the end. Big set, beginning to trend. Got a crowd and they're ringing their friends. Tell I gotta get quick to the club. If I sent it, just spin the dub. We win this challenge from ravers. Bring it in, measure balance the faders. Sing, see you later, cause you gone. On the trip, take left through the song. Sound sick that you can't do wrong. Something like a phenomenon. Calling all DJs, what you on. DJs, what you on. DJ, would you play my song? Play my song, play my song. Put it up, replay the record. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record. Simple, now I've got the radio away. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. What? This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record. Simple, now I've got the radio away. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. Mama say thanks that we gave a gift. Been banged to make that playlist. Matched up, yeah, you ride the riff. Catchy like it's Cupid's kiss. Catch up if you need to this. Get attached like cuffs on wrist. It's starting to stick. When you put hands up and you move your hips. Won't miss if I know there's a shot. Get low when it drops. Heavy flow like I'm throwing rocks. And I just won't stop till the DJ chops. Coming for the chop top. Finally got a hot. This feeling I wouldn't swap. Believe it's like hitting jackpot. I know DJs what you on. DJs what you on. DJ would you play my song? Play my song, play my song. Put it up, replay the record. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. DJ special. This is a DJ special. Put it up, replay the record. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record. Simple, now I've got the radio away. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. What? This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record. Simple, now I've got the radio away. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. Calling all DJs what you on. Put it up, replay the record. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. DJ special. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. DJ special. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. What?
Change, gain an age. I never thought I'd stay so long.
Well, that was a game. Some would say. Game of Dota 2. Game of Dota 2 has been around. Dota and Dota 2 has been around for a very, very long time. Competitive Dota have been around for a very, very long time. And still, we get surprised time and time. And this is one of those times. Because even though I've heard that it was done in a pub at Monkeys Forever, and it was successful at that point, I had not seen a Terrorblade support before just now. And I was not expecting it to be that dominant, and I know you guys weren't expecting it to be that dominant either.
We weren't expecting it to be in the game in the first place.
Yes.
So
So talk to me. Why could this lineup Secret work the way it did? It was from the get-go. It was on.
All right, so here's the thing about Terrorblade. He has amazing stats. Absolutely amazing. Highest starting armor in the game. His HP is still okay, and he's just going to run at you, apparently, with Orb of Venom and Reflection, and there's nothing you can do, apparently? Weird.
So but it's still
Don't
a
try to
Terrorblade.
understand it, Cheever. Just roll with it.
I mean, he's got a lot of armor. Get that. You know, it's hard to kill, but it was a fairly greedy lineup coming from Secret. We agreed that. Nice collection there, Cap.
Thank you.
But why wasn't Newbee able to punish that greed? All right.
Because apparently Terrorblade's good at being able to be a run-at-you support, similar to Elder Titan. You know? You just kind of run at them. That bottom lane, they were screwed. What are they going to do? Terrorblade's up in your face, just right-clicking your Rubik. Apparently Rubik's just going to die. You know? I don't know. It's pretty wild.
Talk to us.
I mean, this is where sort of my analytical prowess, comes into favor, really, because normally, to be a good analyst, you have to know what you're talking about. And, I don't think there's anyone which could talk about that draft with... Anyone that tries to talk about that draft in a sense of trying to break it down with common knowledge and experience learned from Dota 2, is they're an idiot, because there's no way you can break that down at all.
So it takes an idiot to understand idiocy.
So this is where I can actually talk about this draft, because I don't have a clue what was going on there, and I don't think Secret did either, which is what worked out really well for them.
You know what the best part is? In other communities that would get you fined or banned even, Dota's such a cool game. The fact that you can do these sort of things.
Yeah, absolutely. That draft would have got you 20 years with Riot Games. I think.
All right. Why?
You're not allowed to do that. I'm sorry.
Overwatch League would have paused and made you replay the game. They would have been like, that is not acceptable behavior.
Please make a public apology.
Exactly. Secret would have had to write a public apology about those picks.
For disrespecting Newbee as such.
But no, we're Dota 2. We're an all-encompassing game. We encourage things like this.
Yeah.
So I would advise not queuing for any sort of matchmaking until this is all called up, all blown over.
Yeah.
Unless you do want to run into a support Terrorblade, which maybe you do. If it's on the other side, this is going to be fantastic. But if you have it on your team,
you might not be so happy.
No.
Arcborn looked really good. To get away from the Terrorblade, right? The Arcborn actually looked really good. They were able to create a lot of space to start with, but then once the Arcborn started rolling, he was actually able to join them for a lot of these fights. He wasn't just playing a lot of split pushing. He was actually in these engagements, and they just kind of ran over Newbee, who were playing with this DOTA. It was a little bit slower. The DOTA actually started playing against them in a lot of situations, with the reflection being used by the support Terrorblade, all of a sudden forcing out an illusion of the DOTA that's multi-shotting everybody. So... and also another thing that Team Secret were very good at was forcing the Stone Gaze out without overcommitting. I think that's one of the things that very rarely were they caught by the lasso into Stone Gaze, which is pretty dangerous combination most of the time. They start getting some items, they get Heaven's Halberd, they disarm the DOTA. Not much you could do from there.
Who do you think won the MVP vote in
it
chat?
has to be Yapsor. He played support Terrorblade, and he won with support Terrorblade.
Was it Yapsor?
Agreed.
It was Yapsor, very closely followed by Puppy Switch.
Because I think obviously people are going to attribute this draft to Puppy's sort of idea.
Drafting prowess.
And I imagine, I don't know the exact drafting how it works within Secret, but Puppy is, he's a bit of a leader, the big vocal guy. So I think it's fair sort of saying that this was sort of Puppy's idea. But I wouldn't count out Yapsor sort of giving a word in saying, guys, I want to play support TB. Because Yapsor, he's the kind of player that it is going to want to sort of do these crazy things. So I like that it was split between the two of them there.
And the weird part was that apparently it was Terrorblade support from the start.
Yeah.
Like Fog pointed out, the fact that the opening was really bad for Terrorblade, right? ET and Rubik. It's just hard to be able to play against that. Rubik has a really easy reflection steal. They also have the fact that this Elder Titan takes away all of your armor.
Yeah,
sets
it's
you
what
up
we
to be able
said
to
when
get
we
we talked about in the draft, and it just I thought Secret was just like, okay, it doesn't matter, we're just going to play a really fast pace. I thought they just figured out that they wanted to run these kind of really push-heavy lineups. They wanted to have these timing heroes, but not the case whatsoever. fell into a bit of a trap. Last pick, Arc Warden. Hey, this is Secret developing tools, right?
Yep.
It's part of the reason why you experiment as a team to be able to find these different picks is that when it comes down to those very critical games, finals of tournaments, TI, that sort of thing, the NAB team won't really know what to expect.
Yep.
They don't know whether or not that Terrorblade's going to be core support, apparently.
No,
The Arc Warden is a unique hero as well, and that not a whole lot of teams are running it right now.
Yep.
Secret is probably looking like one of the most adept teams with it, so I think everyone learned that from Liquid at TI.
But if you're a newbie, you look back at that game, and you want to try to improve, you want to adjust. That's what you're here for. It's series best of 3. This is a learning experience, other than obviously trying to advance in the tournament itself. But what do you learn from a game like that? What can you take away? And
I think it's very hard to really take away because you've just been destroyed, as it were, by a lineup that. I don't even sure you've just played against it, but I don't think that's enough time for them to fully understand, what Secret's got going here. Like, this is something that I think Secret could do it again, and I don't know if Newbee would necessarily have an answer for it straight away. Like, this is something you got to go back and look at and see how did this work so well. Like Shaw was saying, the big thing was with the Terrorblade catching them off guard and
the element of
switching around behind
surprise.
it.
Sure.
But I think it's got to be terrifying for Newbee now that Secret can do this sort of draft where they draft 3 cores in a sense that with this support Terrorblade that I don't know. I think if you're Newbee, you've got to try something a bit crazy yourself because the standard stuff just ain't going to cut it against Secret if they're doing stuff.
You think there's going to be something crazy again in the next game?
From Secret, I would not be surprised. They're now a game up in the best of 3.
They can experiment
it
more.
Worked so well in game 1, and as Matt said, they want to experiment. I think we could see something. I mean, I want to see something as crazy. I feel it's going to be very hard to sort of outdo the draft at game 1.
Yeah.
But I think there's definitely a possibility we are going to see Secret test something else out here.
I would like to see their Phoenix again because I feel like it's a strong teamfight hero.
Okay.
Not necessarily mid.
Yeah.
They did run an offlane Phoenix before this tournament, so
I think they did in one of the games that they lost, actually, when they played against Newbee at Bucharest. Fardo played it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So I think that hero is actually maybe if you can just figure out how it's supposed to work, whether it's a core support, and figure out its laning phase, it goes into the mid game really strong because percentage-based damage, a lot of tanky heroes are being run at right now. It's pure damage as well, so you're able to ignore a lot of pipes and those sort of things. And then another thing is, it's just a great team fight hero thanks to Supernova. It draws a lot of attention away from some of your other cores. So.
Oh, we got it. So, similar bans to game 1. I wonder if we are going to see any sort of respect bans in terms of the heroes that Secret played last game from Newbee. But Newbee will open with the Sand King, so taking that way away from Secret. Obviously, we saw Secret grab it first themselves in game 1. So already a bit of a change up there. Let's see what Secret go for here. I mean, most teams would see the Sand King and they want to probably respond with a duo that does involve a Rubik. But with Secret, there really is no knowing what they're going to do. They may see something come through, but the Rubik is always, okay, they stick with the norm there. The Rubik is just such a good pick against the Sand King. They're not going to stray from the norm with this one. And what do they want to get with it? Anything still super OP in the pool? I mean, we're seeing a lot of AA and Rubik is very nice. Anything else that comes to mind, Cap?
Maybe just the gyrocopter is one that stands out to me.
5 seconds remaining.
I think it's really weird, but they picked Underlord once before, and they're opening one too. And I think for Newbee, it's always going to be banned away in the 3-4. So I think I would not be surprised in one of these series.
I think if Newbee tries getting the offlane hero could be, but the Slardar comes in.
Oh,
now,
that's wow.
So this is again. So we are seeing Secret definitely test something a little bit different. Sort of questions as where that's going to go because you would expect Yapsa to play the Rubik. So is this? I mean, Ace, of course, was the man to play heroes like the Slardar and the Centaur in the safe lane back on some of his old Danish teams. So going from what we saw in game 1, I think you have to bear in mind that this could very well be an Ace Slardar. And I'll be interested to see how Newbee responds. Sure, it could obviously be Fardo on the offlane. We could see a Puppy Rubik and a Yapsa also roaming around on the Slardar. But this is the thing, if you're Newbee, you're seeing the Slardar. This could be in 3 roles. I mean, with the way that Secret's playing, this could be in any of the 5 roles.
It's also a Secret classic. When the Shanghai Major era was there, Misery was it Misery? Misery support?
Misery offlane Slardar.
He loved it.
Yeah, and they did pick Slardar as a flex pick almost all the time. And the discussion, like we can't follow the discussion because unfortunately we don't speak Chinese, but the discussion is intense.
What are they saying on?
Yeah,
that would cost you extra. I'm not paid for translating here. Just casting an analyst.
All right.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
I've got to make the money somewhere.
One of the things that Slaughter enables, obviously, I think we'll start off with the assumption that it is going to be a 4-position setup. So the Slaughter enables a lot of these physical damage lineups. So any sort of Drill Ranger strat or Terrorblade strat is really dangerous. The reflection with the amplified damage, it's a combination I don't think we've ever seen in the meta, but it is really powerful. So I like the fact that Newbee are going to go for their offlaner. Again, I think Tide and Underlord, they're like two of the offlaners are always going to be banned out in the 4-5, excuse me. So they do open with that one for KP. It doesn't really feel threatened by Slardar because it just cleanses off the crush a lot of times. And
sorry.
What is it?
I'm seeing that Wyvern ban, and I'm saying we're going to get an ace Meepo this game. I think we're setting up for that. Why else would you ban out Wyvern? I mean, sure, okay, as you say, if you go in the physical damage lineup, it's good against that.
Why would you ban out Wyvern?
But because if there's a Slardar, because what Cap said, if you're going to go with a Slardar, you're going to go for physical.
It's good.
The Wyvern's very good against that.
It's good versus draw lineups as well as Terrorblades as well. And in general, it's just good against physical damage lineups because of the freeze.
Yeah.
The Cold Embrace that dodges a lot of the physical damage.
But it is also a very strong counter to Meepo.
It's just for me, I'm a little bit skeptical about the Meepo because I'm just not sure where the Slardar fits in for the Meepo.
Sure,
right? Because it's a magic damage.
Could be awkward.
It's a burst magic damage carry that doesn't take advantage of Amplify. You know, like they do Roshan together, I guess. That's something that they can kind of do. But I just don't see the synergy between those two. If it was anything else, I would be totally down with you. If it was not a Slardar, but like some sort of normal Earth Spirit opening or something.
Oh, what are they going to do?
We'll see, though. Secret have been pretty crazy so far this tournament. They're going to continue to ban away pretty much all the relevant 5 positions. Bane was the last remaining one that I was thinking about for the opening 1-2 for Newbee.
What else sort of screams out? I mean, Newbee with their 5th ban.
There's a lot of really good physical damage cores available for Team Secret.
Yeah.
Vengeful Spirit is one. Razor's another.
Yeah, if they want to go nice and safe, I mean, there's a Tide in the game. You can get that Razor in a lane against the Tide. You're going to be feeling pretty good.
They ban out the Underlord themselves.
Yeah, they've already got their offlaners.
Yeah.
So.
But is it a secret hero?
Oh, yeah.
Would it fit in it?
I mean, Fada was certainly fine. I mean, sure, you could argue how relevant it would be in the lineup the Secret's open with, but I think if you're a Newbie, we've seen from game one that the draft is hard against Secret at the moment. Like, what do you ban? Because as we've seen, if Secret can do what they did in game one, they have got a lot of options to play with. There's the Razor that you called, Cap.
They like that matchup against the Tidehunter.
Yeah.
So maybe the Witch Doctor or Dazzle. I didn't think about that. That's really good to protect against any of this because the weave is going to have it's going to have a larger impact than it normally does because of the physical damage focus that this lineup is taking so far from Team Secret, and it also enables Tidehunter, who with his Anchor Smash dishes out a decent amount of physical damage.
I want to see it. I mean, Fada, we know he can play it. He could whip out an axe here for sure. You won't run that Slardar as the supporter. So I mean, as I say, you can still run it safe, have the Razor mid or whatnot. There's a Dazzle in the game. If they want an excuse to try something a little bit off the board, just grab the axe.
It's a disable that you can't cleanse the Tidehunter off of.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have space for. Well, I mean, it was banned in the opening anyway, but like a hero like Disruptor. So it's nice to be able to have some control. So it's not the craziest idea in the world.
The ban was first phase ban previous game.
It was. That is a good point. Yeah, Newbee were obviously quite scared of Secret grabbing this.
And this is nice with the Razor as well. It really enables you to make sure that you don't get bursted down by the Sand King initiation. And it is a Terrorblade.
This will be a core Terrorblade.
And I like this as well for Newbee. Obviously, you've got very high armor. Secret's lineup pretty much full in on the physical at the moment.
And it explains the Underlord ban. and there's not a whole lot of burst damage from Team Secret, right? Both their cores are very slow in their damage, which means you're very likely to be able to get off Sunders, or in some case in the super late game, multiple Sunders.
Oh, absolutely, because it's a great hero with Dazzle. Sure, we don't see Dazzle much, but any sort of these illusion-based heroes, you're going to get big sort of nukes off with the heal, and on the topic of the Sunder, you're very likely to get that Sunder off. With the Grave, buying you that extra bit of time to make sure you can get and find the target. Terrorblade, definitely one of those cores that if you are going to want to run a Dazzle, getting something like a TB with it, it's great news for Newbee.
I think it's not a bad, like, a Drill Ranger would shut down, like, it would just, like, push so quickly that Terrorblade would be hard to keep up, but I think it's actually a pretty decent Venge game as well.
Okay.
Just because the swap out of position is tough to play for Terrorblade.
So, I mean, with the Razor and the Abandon picked up, do you think it's pretty much confirmed that it will be Puppy Rubik and Yaps or Slaughter?
I think so, just because the surprise of picking up a support, I'm not sure if there's a forward position that like really changes the game all this much. Like, it's a decent Earth Spirit game, but I don't think it's like game changing by any means. You want to your last pick is really important, so you want to be able to make sure that it does have a significant impact on your draft.
And do you think, are we more likely to see Ace or Mid One play the Razor?
It really depends on if the Slaughter are going to be an Ace hero or a Yapsor hero. You mentioned that Ace plays it.
I mean, I think Capture. I think it is looking very likely just to be the Yapsor Slaughter. And
what about the curveballs?
There's also room in this lineup for Team Secret to have like a DOTA. All right, Newbee ban it, so they're on the same track. All right, I go for a Death Prophet.
I mean, we as I said, in one of the games where Newbee did manage to succeed against Secret at Bucharest, they did have the DP and they looked incredibly strong with it. So, I mean, I know it's hard to say because of how well Secret played in Game 1, but already I feel like this game surely is not going to be as much of a stomp as Game 1. I like what Newbee's done here. They've got a Terrorblade and a DP, and I think it's a great lineup to work the Dazzle into. They've got this sort of counter, in a sense, to the high physical that Secret's going for, but Secret may mix it up again here with his final pick.
Down with Venge. I don't know how Monkey King does with this lineup. What else?
Let's see. They've got 3 seconds left. It's going down.
Nah.
Okay, so they throw a bit of magical into the mix.
Nothing damage at all.
Yeah.
It's still a pushing type hero, and like again, it's the reason that Newbee had it against the Terrorblade last time around. Are they doing it?
I'm sure they're
Are they doing it?
I mean, no, they're gonna. They absolutely are swapping.
Please tell me.
They absolutely.
Talk to us.
Right now,
we
they
can't.
have Ace Rubik and Yapsor Razor.
There's no way they're doing Ace Rubik and Yapsor Razor.
Look, I'm down to believe in like support Pugna and core Slardar, but support Razor
and carry Rubik. They're swapping for
it's
sure.
very
They're having a joke with us there.
It is very similar to this weird logic of like it just has really good stats and fights really heavily.
Got good
it's like
spells, I guess, on the Razor, yeah.
Look,
They swapped.
All right, they swapped. All right, you guys, Cap,
Rubik,
you're up first.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Who do you favor in this one?
I mean, it's hard to say against Team Secret right now. They're pretty crazy, but I'm still going to believe in Newbee. I mean, look, it's everything that Newbee should want. Kaka Sand King, KP Tidehunter. They've got a Terrorblade push lineup with a Death Prophet as well. Like, surely this is everything that you want with your lineup.
Owen?
I mean, I know I was right again. I've got to go with Cap. This Newbee lineup should not lose against.
They can't win this.
Secret's
I
doing,
don't know what's up.
They were wrong before. Will they be wrong again? Let's find out here in game number 2 with Pitchin and Blitz.
Well, we are back with game number 2 and hopefully a longer game than the last one.
Yeah. They did end up swapping back, by the way.
I was heartbroken. Yeah, I saw that. I was seeing him like, come on, please.
There's a limit to
what you can get away with.
I think this time they were just messing with the viewers.
And us.
Yes.
They were getting my hopes up. But now we will see the Razor, quite a decent pick, I'd say, against the Tidehunter in lane. I mean, you know, Tide, where he suffers is any kind of longevity, kind of constant slows, the sapping of damage, these type of heroes. I think it's a case of can you close the distance? Where's the biggest focus for both teams? What lanes are prioritized here?
I think for Newbee, it's the mid lane.
Okay.
Try to actually give SACC the best possible lane. And don't overcommit for this Abaddon, because that's what that hero wants you to do.
30 seconds to battle.
And, like, do you think it's the same focus for Secret, or do they put more emphasis? Because the Razor, you can pretty much leave him on his own, right?
Yeah, I think for Secret, I mean, if I tell you one side, it's almost always going to be the opposite for the other, right? They want to make sure that the Abaddon has a good game, try to force as much attention to that bottom area as possible.
Yeah, I mean, we might see a little bit of aggression. I don't think they'll be able to get a kill on the face. They could prove me wrong here, but I think they're just looking for the runes. And they will get them. But actually, they're invading the top as well. So, Secret.
Oh, look at what Kaka's trying to do.
Oh no, Kaka's like, it's worth it. I just want this rune. Now, where do I leave?
He's fine. He's got
Static
boots.
Link 1. Yeah, Static Link 1's not actually that scary. But when you get to 2, level 3 with Static Link 2, that's when you get a little bit scary.
The crazy part is they only got 2 of the runes.
Yeah, like, oh, really? That, I mean, yeah, Kaka, he cut back. It looked like Secret might have at one point snatched all 4, but... Well, I don't know. It looks like they're going to start off trying to gank this top lane. That's probably the best time to do it against the Razor before he gets 2 points in Static Link and they can just turn on you.
Yeah, as a result, though, they're actually going to go for the aggro here as Ace is stunned up. KP trying to come in, too. He's got the gush.
That's enough. Look at the heal. The stun fruit. Can he actually save him? He might be able to. Ace, he's fine. Good stun from Puppy there. Calm,
Very nice
folks.
stun.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Mugi's already used Metamorphosis, but he's just alone. This is just so that they don't aggress onto him.
I definitely don't think they expected the gush level 1 on Ace.
It's peculiar.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
It was almost worth it.
It was. I mean, we kind of said, like, it was actually them that needed slaves, but Mugi. I don't think they can leave him alone in this bot lane for long, right? Not against these two.
Not with meta down. Like, as soon as meta's down, I've seen Abaddon beat Terrorblade in lane before, like, without any help.
Actually, they're going to dive onto Ace in the top lane. Still only with level 1 Static Link, but it does break him away. It just feels... Puppy is just this buffer zone. If you see him anywhere nearby, you just have to break off instantly, because if the tower joins in, it's almost a guaranteed kill. Or maybe not. They stun in onto Ace. It's a lot of damage done, but... I think you're just trying to burn out all of Ace's regen at this point. I don't think there's much else you can do. It's unlikely you get a kill, as long as Puppy does stay up here.
Yeah, I like the commitment, though. They're trying to make sure that their tide isn't just one-on-one against the Razor. We've seen how matchups like that go. The downside, though, is like this bottom lane. Mugi getting heavily out CS right now by Fada.
And actually, the one we haven't talked about too much is the mid lane. That's more or less a draw so far. One, like, who gets off the better deal here? Like, if no one interrupts this mid lane as it goes, who's better off out of these two?
I think the Pugna will be happier because he can eventually take that tier 1 tower.
That's true, because he can push constantly, whereas DP is situational. Puppy, I think you may have been a little bit too greedy getting that rune. First Blood gets drawn.
And they're even going to leave it for the Death Prophet, who had to commit to leaving his lane. So it's going to be
Kind of
easy
worth it.
pickup.
Yeah, it's First Blood. Totally, absolutely worth doing.
Yeah, if he doesn't get the first blood there, not worth it all.
For Ace, it's a little bit far out, but Puppy, once again, nice 3-man stun, but the slows are there. Ace is just going to get shredded through. I don't think you can dodge them out. Final hit comes through. Club and Puppy back away right now. I like this aggression around the tide, though. You can't leave your tide alone. You're like, it's chill, he'll be fine, no one can force him out. But this game, they're just capitalizing on the fact that they have so much slow that tide can get involved aggressively.
How often is it that we have a first blood this early on and a follow-up kill with no rebuttals?
Yeah.
And yet they're still losing a net worth.
It's weird. I mean, I think it really does come down to that bot lane. At the moment, Terrorblade is getting nothing. This is probably the worst start from Sim from Terrorblade in a while.
I don't know. We just saw last game. He did have less net worth than Napsor did at this point.
Hey, that's true. Maybe they...
Oh
maybe
no,
it's a
Mugi.
trick.
He wanted more of the pull.
Oh, he got the range creep. It'll push slightly in favor of him, but Yaps is just keeping an eye on him all the time. Like, hey, you. Don't even think about it. Lift back again. And it's just... They're burning through all his regen. That's the idea here. I mean, you've got high armor, so you can't exactly kill him. But all they have to do is rotate down Puppy, and it's a quick kill, right?
I don't know if you bring him all the way down there. Maybe you go for mid first. Try to harass out a little bit. There's not a lot of synergy there as the stun is physical damage.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, speaking of people coming down, it's actually going to be Newbee to make a move. Yeah, so can they get him? Trying to move in. Nice lift back. Just trying to snatch up those runes. Secret love being greedy with these bounty runes. And, well, Yapsol will pay the price in the end. No escape for him.
And Fada gonna go for the other one. Puppy.
Oh, Puppy. There's no follow-up, though. So Kaka's like, I'm good. But Puppy, he's getting a lot of bounty runes right now. Like, it's not bad gold. I mean, if you can get your hands on, like, do you rush towards a Blink after you got your Tranks, or do you go for a Medallion this game?
I think you try to get a Blink in a game like this. They need the initiation to at least play the faster pace.
Things are calming down for a moment, and every time it feels like every time it goes calm, it's great at this point for Secret because if Pugna gets these levels quickly, like you said, these quick pushes, SCC, see, he's got a big ultimate to work around, and that makes it a bit hard to get these pushes going. Like Tidehunter, he sustains in lane. He doesn't really push towers exactly very quickly. Is this the best case scenario for Secret if it continues this way on like a kind of more stalemate-ish?
Yeah, I think when the pace of the game is just kind of stalled out, it's going to go in their favor as S-Triple-C.
Yeah.
Does he get the siphon off, though?
Never Blast. He's got this. Yeah, Siphon keeping him alive, and the wand will help as well. Cannot underestimate the power of Raindrop, of course.
Ambitious attempt, but ultimately unsuccessful. And
it's kind of the awkward part, right? Like, Slardar can be so strong on the roaming, but against a hero like Death Prophet, I mean, you're melee, you have to get close for the stun anyway. It's just like, okay, Spirit Siphon target, let's go.
And at bottom again, Moogie get jumped on, drops the reflection.
Yeah, can he actually run away with his reflection, protecting for the time being? But they just keep chasing. The slows are there, the attack speed increase. There's so much armor saved you now. Kaka with a double stun, but Moogie's like, no, just get me out of here. I don't want to hang around against this. I mean, that armor is really paying off in this lane. I mean, you said about how you've seen Abaddon's win solo against Terrorblades, but so much armor, and it's not like you're bringing a lot of magic damage to that lane.
Yeah. Still, the CS difference alone is pretty significant.
It's rough.
Just going to pick up both the bounty runes. He is tops in this game overall.
Yeah, I mean, he's top of the loss as far as having a fantastic start to this game. And Abaddon is that type of hero that you just get 1 or 2 items on, and he can just stand at the front, push tower after tower. And that's what they got a lot of. That's the other thing that Abaddon we don't usually talk about too much is Curse of Vernus is really good for pushing towers as well. Actually, they might try and move on to KP here. I don't think he can. He's level 5 now. He's got 3 in the Anchor Smash. He just hits out once. And nice. Static Link. TB out. Oh no, they're going to get stunned. KP pays the price. Puppey patiently waits and it pays off. Meanwhile, X's him in the mid lane. SCCC commits it. Stun coming through. Hitting onto mid one. Mid one a little bit of trouble. Does get the suck off. Can he actually kill off quick enough though? It's a challenge between the two and it's going to be close. I think they're both going to die.
They both die?
Same time. It's like, who can siphon health quicker?
Yeah.
No one.
Some real Harry Potter stuff. But SCCC does get the last hit, and on top of that, more importantly, he gets the experience for that kill.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's weird to see that. You don't usually see a complete draw, right? It's kind of like, oh wait, what's going on? So are they actually going to sit Faith in the bot lane now to protect Newbee? Do you think they have to now? Or do they go on Ace? Oh no, Ace stun through, he's dead. Dies so quick in those situations.
Yeah, easy rotation, but mid one gonna make his own. Not gonna be successful on the enemy safe lane though.
Yeah, it doesn't work out the same. The catch is SCCC has come up to top and he hasn't got exorcism, so he's just gonna have to chill here and farm. And I love this aggression from Puppey. It's this type of hero. I remember when it used to be played as core a lot. I think it was just one of those heroes that because of the sprint, you get away with so much a lot of the time. Yeah. You can just zone out everyone, create that buffer space, and let mid one just push towers.
The downside though, like if you compare him to Sanking, is that Sanking comes with a reliable stun at all times. That's true. Like SK will always get his ability off, whereas like Slardar, the later the game goes, like the further things go, you're just walking into essentially die. You're never going to secure stun, which means it's very important for them to grab objectives so they can get a lot of free gold early on.
I guess they've kind of got the rebuttal of Feta with the Apophis Shield. He can just kind of get any stun off you and then maybe give you that second chance to get the initiation you're looking for. And speaking of Feta, he's coming around the back right now. Might look on the Moogie. He's like, wherever you go, I'm going to follow Moogie. Just keep that in mind. Puppey, nice stun, but... oh my god. They just really don't like Moogie this game.
Yeah, they realize like this is Terrorblade that we want to slow down. A lot of focus is being put onto him, and rightfully so. He has done a good job of trying to keep up in net worth. Hasn't really died yet.
Yeah, I mean, you got to commend him on that. He's a hard kill to find with the right clicks, and that's where Secret do kind of accelerate. Like if you're big.
Look at KP, he's in Viz right now, setting up behind everyone.
Yeah, can he get this? No, Kaka gonna get caught. There it is. KB comes in, the Ravage, but there we go. Kaka stays like triple man stun. Yapzor, he's gonna die off first here. No escape for him now. Farah, they'll turn on him next. Can they actually kill him quick enough in the meantime? Ace, he tries to stand his ground, but taking too much time. The static link is huge, but he just can't turn around. And at one whip, and then he dies. Oh no, although, but they'll live. And the scream of Razor heard as he goes to an early grave. But look at the health on these heroes.
Yeah, that Invis rune though paid off huge from Newbee. Secret completely caught unawares by that. But do they manage to keep this tier 1 tower mid alive? That is the question.
That's the thing. When you get that low, Secret can still go, okay, we can kind of take a decent trade here because we force you big ults and we've still got mid one. It's a Pugner. You just casually walk in, walk out, walk in, walk out.
I actually thought that was going to be bigger.
Yeah.
Newbee. That looked disastrous at first. And Ace did go down, but...
They recovered well. Like, Ace drew a lot of attention by static linking and hanging around. And he gave his life in the end, but he gave it for a good cause, for the team effort.
Yeah. Those 2 major ults expended on the side of Newbee.
Well, in the end, Secret, they take that tower, but I think they want to get even more aggressive. They just want to go take the top one next. Mid one should rotate up there soon, I'd imagine. Actually, no, he's going to hang around. He's got an arcane room. Maybe they can look towards KP here. They move in. There it is. Decrep comes through. Never blast. And I want to suck all the life out of you. Tidehunter, your tankiest member, dying in the blink of an eye. This is what Secret want. I mean, they have... This is the thing. Slardar just gives you so much aggression with the Pugner as well. This is exactly what you need to just finish off kills.
Now they're making their way to this tier 2 tower as Faith gonna get gone on, but mid one.
Mid one, you might want to back away. Sanking actually cancels his TP.
Arcane Rune Blast. They're gonna pop the glyph. Try to keep this one alive as long as possible.
They just need to buy time. Let Death Prophet may push on the top. Don't want to use the Exorcism for this. They will get the top tier 1. That's a lot of damage done to a tier 2 already, though.
Yeah, that was more than half the HP on this tower. Getting closer and closer to things, but SCCC taking advantage of the space on the map right now. Gonna solo farm up this lane, grab the tower, get further and further ahead.
And KP, he's got his ultimate in 10 seconds, and they do some of this. The problem is, it's Fada. It's an Abaddon.
Yeah, you saw how it went last time when they tried to kill him.
Yeah, it just kind of went against him. He's like, hey, I'll just use the Perfect Shield on you because I've got borrowed time. Actually, they're going to try and move away. Mid lane. They actually do find Mugi. He should be able to move away quick enough, though. Reflection showing its true power. And Kaka catching the puppy, but this is what I'm saying, the speed of the Slardar. And, of course, the Apophec Shields for days.
Yeah, they're going to disengage. Looking for any kind of opportunity. They are not going to find one yet, though. And Puppy making his way around, seeing if he can spot anybody, but that is not the target that you want to go on the Death Prophet.
Yeah. I mean, anything melee against DP, like 9 times out of 10, does not go your way. And SCCC, he's almost got the Yules now. And I think maybe, this is the thing, like, Yules on a DP is more defensive than anything else, and Puppy? He wants to, but it's a Tidehunter. In the meantime, Terrorblade gets caught out again by the same, well, different combo. They had the Ruby instead, but in mid one, he's finding those crucial kills. Like Terrorblade, keeping him oppressed is probably the most important thing for them right now.
Yeah, and KP has the Ravage, trying to sit in the front line of this, making it difficult for Fada to step forward, but the Exorcism is popped.
Yeah, Ace, he's just going to be shredded again. I mean, we always talk about how tanky Razor is, but he dies so quick and in the bot lane. Maybe he's back up here. They're going to have to submit and allow this tier 2 to drop. But I think the crucial thing is they're still finding those kills onto Ace, and you don't expect a Razor to disappear this quick.
Yeah. And look at mid one, though. They're going to grab 2 towers for this.
Oh, yeah.
They get the silence off on him, but he is so fast.
I mean, it's a small Eternal Shard, but 385 movement speed is not easy to chase down. I mean, the Death Prophet is at 400. You want to crisp 40-50 over your opponent to chase him down. Because is this more standard going treads over phase boots on DP these days?
A lot of people like it for the tankiness, but KP opened up on. There's a lot of heroes here.
He has got mana for Ravage. Silence coming out, buy him a little bit of time, but you need mana. He's actually going to have to use the Anchor Smash and just walk away. But he does hit onto multiple heroes, so they'll back off. That was almost a bit of a disaster there. Not having the Ravage could have cost him dearly.
But the heal is enough. Dazzle's in perfect position. Not going to commit to that kind of dive early on.
It's kind of nice to see Dazzle coming back in. It feels like a hero that's been missing a lot of the time. Like most teams, they want to go super aggressive, and Dazzle's always that. It's kind of like an insurance policy if you start to lose a fight.
Yeah. Puppy trying to make his way towards the Blink Dagger.
Oh, Kaka's about to have it. He's got the gold for it. So Kaka gets his first. What'd you expect? Sand Kings, they tend to farm pretty quick.
Yeah, they farm much faster.
And I think this is kind of like the impact point. This is where newbies start to get really aggressive, right? Now you've got Sand King blink up. He hasn't leveled Epicenter yet, but he probably will next. And that's maybe when you can start flip a few more kills, not worry about the Abaddon as much, because this, I mean, Fada's done a lot. With those perfect shields, he keeps a lot of these people alive. Actually, they're moving out now on the side of Newbee. Can they make anything happen? They're walking towards the pit. Walk into Fada. Fada has got a DD though, and Abaddon with DD is kind of a risky thing. There's the movement in. KB taking a lot of damage. SCCC going to move away quickly. Fada down to half HP already, but he doesn't care. Look how quickly KB dies. Have to use the Shallow Grave, and now you're on full retreat. You don't have any rebuttal if something goes wrong here. Secret, they're just happy. Like, okay, fine. As long as you guys have to stay together, it's not a bad trade necessarily. But Terrorblade is in the bot lane. Mugi just pushing in.
Yeah, Mugi trying to take advantage of whatever space he gets in this game.
I mean, he's not doing too bad. Up to 5k net worth. He's catching up. After a rough start, this is probably what Newbee want to see.
A large part of that net worth comes in the difference of the tier 2 towers that they took.
That's true. I mean, that's one thing we have to look back at sometimes, is we sometimes go, oh wait, there's still a lot of towers for X or Y team. And I mean, this is the thing, both teams do push towers really well. It feels like both teams are kind of reliant on getting that booster of gold from the towers. Actually, smoke up from Newbee. They want to make a move towards the bot lane. They've already got Terrorblade here. Mugi getting ready to push in. And Ace, we've seen him get blown up multiple times already. Is it going to happen again? The scan is there. Well, Newbee, like, is anyone around here? They've got to be. There's someone on the tower, maybe. They're going to push him right now. They have got the exorcism. Do you commit it? Or you should push this casually, right? Or no, you've got to. They're going to hold it. They're going to see if there's a response. Ace is waiting in the tree line. They spot him out the weave. Now, TP in from the Abaddon. Fada just trying to create a little bit of space for some back. He's got an Invisor in as well. So where the hell? He's around here somewhere. It must be a trap, but it's not exactly the same effect that you get from a Tide Hunter with an Invisor in.
Fada just wants to be this force in front of these towers. Make it so that Newbee don't overcommit.
It's the buffer zone again. And the issue is, that's 4 heroes from Secret. Puppy's actually pushing top, and he'll find a tower response.
Yeah. Slowly starting to whittle that gold away. Trying to get to that blink as Fada is chasing KP.
This is a slow bear fit back, guys. Ace is like, can I get a starter link? Are we doing this? There it is. Disarm coming through. Deep prep. Don't hit with the Never Blast though, so KP is still very healthy, but getting a lot of damage on the Ace right now. Who just shred through Tide Hunter. Can they chase for more? They get the slow on Faith. There it is. Puppy shows up. We just say he was top. Doesn't take him long to get back down on Ace with a double kill.
And I wonder what they do with this. They don't have the creep wave, but they do have one mid. They could go
for an early tier 3. That would be
they could just decide to harass for this as the stun comes out.
They force the attention on him, and now SCCC, he's a little bit far out the lift. I mean, who cares? He's dead.
They've got a catapult too.
This is a tower at least. I mean, do you go greedy? Do you hang around? It's 40 seconds without the Death Prophet.
I think you stay. The DP, if you think he has buyback, he would have used it by now. It's early on in the game. There's no way that he thinks that this is a situation where he has to hold on to buyback for, and that is going to be the tower.
Oh my god, stun through from Kaka. They've got the Ravage, but they don't want to commit it. They're just unsure right now. And how quickly Kaka's been shredded through. They do use the Shallow Grave, but now you can't chase. You've got no save at the last moment. So Secret just get out. Right.
If you commit the Ravage in the meta and you don't win the fight, then Secret, and even if you do win the fight, if it's not dominant, then Secret will just go for it again.
Yeah.
They'll say, you don't have any of these major abilities. We're perfectly fine.
That's the scary part about partnering in these type of games, you know? It's that push every few seconds, and it's a lot of damage. And with something like an Abaddon backing you up, and the space, I mean, I've got to give Puppy a lot of credit. The kind of space him and Fada have been creating between that back line is really paying off for them. And now, may pay off. Mugi getting low on HP. Gonna back away here.
Fada trying to complete a pipe.
That would actually be really good here.
He wants to push the pace of the game right now. He knows, like, they're quite far ahead just on the towers alone. They don't want to go late game with the cores that they have against against a Terrorblade. Even if Mugi's pretty far behind, there's no reason to risk it.
Especially with the Ravage and the Sand King Epicenter, like that damage when you get in late game could just completely wipe your team. And of course, Dazzle. Shallow Grave is that type of ability that gets even more scary in those late game fights when a few seconds is all the difference.
Especially when you're trying to get Thunder off, but a lot of single target cores on the side of Secret, so it feels as though they do eventually want to try that mid again. Fada pretty close to that pipe, just 400 gold away. Secret might smoke before this, and indeed that is what they're going to do.
Yeah, so he hasn't actually brought it out yet. He's got Yules waiting in base. We're going to move out, like you said, with the smoke. It's like, Fada, just jump on Fada. Take him. We want you to kill him.
They're still smoked up, not really sure what their next move is here. Fada just wants to continue to farm his pipe. He's telling his team, like, guys, you can do what you're going to do. And I think that's going to end the smoke.
Puppy has got the level 4 sprint now, so we do get to enjoy watching him just go all across the map in a matter of seconds. Speedy Gonzalez. I mean, it's kind of really an interesting change when they added that, the whole Slardar. It was 800 movement speed?
Yeah.
700. 700. Yeah.
Pipe is now complete, and he has a level 2 ulti. I'd imagine that's going to prompt them to go for some kind of play. They've got a lot of tankiness on their team, too. Like, if the Rubik switches... Oh, look at his build. Curiously enough, a lot of Rubiks opt to only go for the 1 level of telekinesis and max out the null field.
That's curious, yeah. I mean, it offers decent control against this sort of lineup. It stops the Thunder coming out so easily at the same time. Keeping Tide out the fight for longer can give you the entry kill you want, but now...
Once again, Fada in the front line.
Yeah, it's like, how do we push into this? We just want to take a tower, but if you push everything on the Fada, there's just a turnaround. And, I mean, Ace is just staying far back. It's like, I'll go to the Plaza Fields out, I'll just do a little bit of damage, and if they're a little bit over-aggressive, look at the bot lane in the meantime. Mid one's just finally going to show up. I think they're going to lose a tower. Can they actually turn it into anything now, Fada? Trying to trigger his ultimate. Borrowed time does get triggered, and now taking a little bit of damage to heal up again. I don't think Secret want to hang around for this, surely. I mean, now you've popped the borrowed time, you have to be careful for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, Fada's probably just going to chill. It's up so soon. I mean, Newbee want to try to make a play. Both sides having a pipe on their side.
And that's the thing, like, the big entry for both these sides is that magic spike.
Yeah, BKB completed on the Razor, though.
That's big.
Yeah, huge item against what Newbee have. Early game, this magic burst.
Yeah, I do like it that you went for the Yasha first as well. Just get in, get out as quickly as possible.
It helps your farming speed too, like quite a bit.
It's true.
It's just like a nice all-around item for Agi heroes to get. And there's a lot of pings coming out. Maybe they just go for the Roshan. With the amplified damage, this is not going to take very long.
Slardar's one like the biggest enabler of Roches in the game still, probably. That is ridiculous. And
Newbee trying to walk it in.
Be careful here. They actually might move forward. Pause coming out.
Right as...
This awkward timing. But well, so far, this is looking a lot more even than game 1. Hello.
Yeah.
You got us again.
It's only a 4K lead. Still goes both ways. The Terrorblade is now second in net worth. Like, he has caught up in a big way.
That's huge. Like, Mugi, he was struggling so much to start, but he's doing fantastic now.
Compared to how the game was going at this point last game, I think the game was called, actually, at this point.
Yeah, it was 21 minutes, yeah. I remember that. I was like, wow, that was over quick. But I like how Paul has 1,400 gold, and then the closest is like 5,200 for the Rubik.
Yeah.
It's a crazy shift. And we see this sometimes, like the support gold difference between the two can actually make all the difference. Now, there we go, moving into the KP, taking a lot of damage here. Standing links to power now, Epicenter coming. Kaka does no damage at all, though. This BKB paying off.
Look at S. He's trying to find something.
Just can't find anything at all, and that's a great use of BKB. The first BKB, you get 2 kills, and now you get a Roche.
He's like, I've got Ravage, and there's nothing for me there. The Epicenter was expended too, but nobody dies right now on the side of Secret. With the pipe popped, Fada soaked everything up.
And now, I mean, this is the turn point where Ace isn't that easy pick-off that Newbee was seeing a little bit earlier on. He's 1,600 HP, in fact, has an Aegis and has the BKB. What's your new target? Like, what's your entry kill on the side of Newbee?
I'm not sure, because what Secret right now are doing is they're just representing with their 2 tankiest heroes and telling KP, like, we know you have no blink. There's no way for you to get around us. It's putting him in such an impossible situation.
But Kaka, he does have the blink. It doesn't really serve him too well. He needs to be careful. They do use the X's now. They need to catch some. But Ace, maybe not the best target, but they might be forced to do so. But they already lost Kaka. Gets blown up, and now the turnaround might happen. Fada just says, it's fine. I'll stand here. I don't care. I've got borrowed time at the ready. If you want to fight, bring it.
This is a disaster right now for them.
Yeah,
one of their... This is even more important than the Ravage for them, because this is their damage dealer.
And it's their push. They can't really do much outside now. Fada just stands there and is like, hey, hit me, hit me. He can't really walk back in. Maybe look for a Thunder, but KP getting preload. There's a Thunder coming down to Ace. Staying alive so far. The BKB is serving him quite well. Move away just in time, and actually should be able to turn around and kill off KP. He does get the Ravage off in the end, but looks like Ace is still living. He's like, no Aegis expended, and Puppy with a big reinitiation. Mugi getting pretty low here. No Thunder now, so you need to run for the high heals. Can they get in range with Yaps or for the lift? No, looks like Yule's actually used on SCC. Nice stun through, catching mobile to steal, and now they're actually going to lose more as the Chaligrave. I don't think it's going to save SCC here. He's going to die off next as well, so you're going to lose 3 healers in total. Puppy just waiting for him to come down and slams home. Now Aegis does get expended, but Ace is ready to fight again. Mugi hasn't got anything to work with. Metamorphosis is slowly running out. They just have to let them get the tier 2 and hope they don't page for more.
Yeah, they do lose the Aegis, but at the same time, way too much damage taken on the side of Newbee. The other 4 heroes stand so tall. They're starting to run out of steam on the side of Newbee, and KP did manage to get that last-second Ravage out, but wasn't on any sort of target that he wanted to get it off on. That felt more like a frustration Ravage.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, wait, I'm still alive. Is this a turnaround? You just look on your back foot, and Puppy's just controlling fantastically. And his quick blink is paying off. And I think, Sand King, he has got his blink, but this is weird. You expect to see more impact from a Sand King blink, but it feels like Puppy's having much more impact on that Slardar.
You see Puppy queues up, he straight up BKB.
He
realizes, like, I think they all realize BKB is king in this game.
Yeah.
Like, Newbee can't do anything about it.
It's not like they've got anything that goes through the BKB. I mean, Thunder, yes, but that's not control.
Yeah, they don't feel they don't respect the damage of the TP quite yet. So BKB is more than enough.
Actually, well, Mugi, he's still keeping pace with Ace here. Only a few hundred gold behind him, and I mean, if they can hold on. Oh, no, not get a chance. KP gets caught out again. Another big kill from the meantime. Shalgrave used selfishly on Faith. He does put out the weave, but KP, he's not going to escape this. The final whip comes through, and that's 2 quick kills, and suddenly, look, we have a creep wave, and we're about to push in again.
Yeah, this is going to be a high ground attempt. Mugi desperately trying to do what he can in this bottom lane, but he doesn't have meta up, so even if he were to come back, not going to provide too much for his team.
And the whole base is exposed. Like,
yeah, there's no glyph either.
So they're at least going to get 2 lanes. I mean, depending on how Newbee try and reinitiate here, this might be it. They have so much sustain still. Buyback is forced on the Tidehunter, but he still doesn't have the Ravage yet. Not for another 7 seconds. This might be the big turnaround looking for, but you need to get deep, and you need to get deep quickly. The problem is Fada's just not allowing you to get past him. He's just like, I will stand my ground. Nice stun through Kaka on the 2. Can actually follow us up at all. They still haven't triggered the borrowed time, and now mid one just stands there. He's like, hey, how you doing, Kaka? Gets pretty low on HP. He does not want to go back in on that little sliver of 500 against this lineup. You just disappear instantly.
Now they're going to disengage Puppy, going to TP out.
This is the thing, Puppy's just been great at getting around the map so quickly. I mean, you just go split pushes, and then by the time Newbee are like ready to jump in, he's back in there because he just sprints down the river.
Yeah, he's all in for these bounty runes.
It's been working out. Well, meanwhile, on the side of Newbee, they're all in for these smokes. 5 heroes ready to rock and roll. They've got all ultimates except the Dazzles, but that's consolation prize at this point. The important ones are there, but can they find anything?
Yeah.
They might walk into Puppy.
They might just run straight up into Puppy. I'm sure Puppy realizes this, but he's going to just immediately back out. This would be disastrous for them as they've committed quite a bit for this.
It is.
Kaka now sees him. They're going to make the deep dive for this.
But he can still run. And now the TB's coming. He's like, guys, they want to fight. Do we give it to them? No, we don't want to make this too easy.
That is an ultra desperation play.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that you're willing to stun under the tier 2, that is, I'm frustrated. We're not finding anything right now. Puppy looks like he wants to re-engage for a second. Just going to throw out the amp on the Mookie. Now he gets stunned.
Metamorphosis should be enough damage, but no, they can't quite finish him off. The Decred protecting him. In the meantime, the Ravage coming through, catching on free. Puppy, he's finally going to pay for this. And now Fada, he might want to back away quickly. Meanwhile, on the back foot, Ace still wants to fight here. Hasn't used the BKB, and maybe a little bit too late to do so. He does pop it. Have they got the right clicks to bring him down? He's super low right now, but mid one can create the space. The Yules comes out into mid one. SCCD wants this kill. Sala's coming out. Mid one can't respond right now. Losing a lot of HP in the meantime. Faith dies off the Yapzor in return, and now they will finally be able to just lock in mid one and kill him off. And that, I mean, after desperation, finally feeling a little bit relieved to find some kills. Fada, they still haven't triggered battle time, so no third kill, but I mean, Newbee finally able to take a fight favorably.
Yeah, it was very well done by them. They hold their ground. They say, okay, we're still strong enough. That was one of the better Ravages that they got, and the biggest thing was that Ace was so reluctant to use his BKB when the fight started that he just walks in, gets down to 200 health. He does manage to escape, which is important, but at the same time, like, he is their most farmed hero. The most farmed hero in the game, period. Without his damage, they just didn't have enough to bring anybody down. So Ace has to be a little bit quicker about that and not so greedy about that BKB usage, because now the Terrorblade is starting to catch up in farm. Knocking on that door, just...
He should surpass him. Like, Terrorblade does farm a little bit quicker than Razor. These heroes not the quickest farmers in general because they haven't got any, like, clear, way clear.
It's just this huge disparity in towers.
Yeah,
and
that's the difference. And that's kind of the thing. Is they can easily come back in this if Newbee... If they take a fight, for example, they don't have to use X's and they still win it. They can just turn that into 2 towers if they go bot, for example.
Yeah, they have one of the best heroes in the game too. Coming back, the Death Prophet.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of what her her net worth looks like, as long as she has a few items, her ult makes her so effective in these engagements.
She's still rich in Fada, so it's not too bad. Now, look, there's a jump in Ace. He says, I won't hold the BKB this time. This time, STC, you're in a lot of trouble being whipped down. Can he actually finish it off in time? Nice body blocks from KP. He won't even pay the price, but they do find a kill on the Kaka. Now they're going to chase for more. KP, Shallow Grave to save him, but Ace is full HP. He'll just chase this. They'll move straight through. We'll find that nice thunder coming out from Mugi, the hero, but not heroic enough as they still find the kill on the KP. And now they can push in on the top. It's like, how convenient. There's a tower here. We've got an Abaddon, but we don't have any creeps. They're on the way.
And with Tidehunter down, he doesn't have buyback.
This is going to cost you another lane, I think.
Yeah, they're just going to go for bottom now.
The Glyph will buy a little bit of time. Sanking has got Epicenter, but it's only level 1. And there's Mugi. They jump straight in. Nice stun coming through the controls there. YapzOr making the most out of that bar strike. Mugi, he evaporates. And now it's just a full-on defensive exorcism. STC getting so low. The funnel whip not quite connecting because the Yule's just in time. STC will stay alive. There's a use of the Shallow Grave. Turn around the fire. They do force out the Abaddon. Now can they chase down onto this borrowed time? It's about to run out, but he's full HP, and they'll just back away. They've forced almost everything out of Newbee. Just welcome to the boat, and you don't even really get anything in return. I mean,
I think you can re-engage once SCCC his ult is down.
I think. Like, they've got the Ravage still. But yeah, you're right. They've got no follow-up off that.
There's no meta either.
Yeah, that's huge here. But they're going to play it safe. Secret, they're going to respect the fact. Newbee, they're like, we've lost games with them before. We're looking strong now. Let's not get overconfident. Let's look towards the Roche bit because it is up. And I wonder if they'll go for it in like the next minute or two. Maybe look for an entry kill. Maybe take the Tidehunter out and then just go straight for Roche. Or do you even need it at that point?
I'm sure you can go for Roche, but I would like them to go for the fight like as soon as possible.
You want blood, more blood.
No TB meta and no Death Prophet ult is even more important than the Aegis, I think, at this point.
Thing, like, did they get more control? I mean, YapzOr, he did go for that Yule, so he's more or less the catch-up to the Death Prof every time, but you've got to be concerned about his BKBs. Still some pretty big ones, up to 8 seconds still, and they will go to the Roche pit.
And they're going to take this pretty fast. Main reason, it's barely a hiccup in this game for them.
You can't really enter, either. Like, Tide...
They're both down for a full minute.
And this is the thing, Tidehunter wants to go for a blink now, but because they don't have a blink, they don't have the damage to go in there. Epicenter is still only level 1. I think you need at least level 2 Epicenter before you can even try and challenge a Roche. There you go, Aegis and cheese. And Razor says, I will take both, thank you very much. Oh, no, he's going to generously give over. Give it to Fada. I thought they might give it to Puppey there, but Fada makes sense. You want to just be able to frontline even after the borrowed time.
Mid one has the Dagon.
Going for a Dagon this game, there we go. Typical Pugness just trying to melt through people quickly. Would boost travel be better, so you could just get across the map if you need to quickly respond?
No, not in a game like this. You're far enough ahead, I think.
Okay. And I guess they're more or less 5-manning anyway, right? It's very rare we see them split up like this. Usually it's Puppey.
What is there for them to defend?
That's true.
There's still a tier 1 tower up at bottom. It is going to fall right now to the creeps, I believe, but...
No, Puppey the rescue... No, I can't get that. He's just here for the farm. This man says bounties aren't enough. I want more gold. They're just waiting. They're like, just cut the creates, Puppey, you bring it forward, and then we'll just take another lane. It feels like maybe... Do you do some bold? Do you try and bring your Tidehunter in from the side? No, he's got the blink. He's got the blink now. So this might be Newbee's best shot at, like, wiping Secret, right? With the blink online, level 2 Ravage. Epicenter's almost level 2. You just got a quarter of a level to go for Sand King.
Yeah. Secret, though. Puppey has the BKB. I'm not sure where Newbee's play lies here. You need a sick Ravage, but you also have to wait out the BKB times. And it's awkward too because Ace has that Aegis.
It's like, do you have enough stun control to wipe any of these heroes out before the BKBs? Especially with the Abaddon, just be able to use it to pop a shield.
Yeah. That's the scary part, is he can always just pop his ult after the Ravage and get one of his teammates out at least.
Exactly, and well, it looks like Secret are going to move first. He's moving on the high ground. Fada says, I'll just stand here. Let's get the extra attack speed in this tower. And Ace, he's pretty tanky too. Nice stun from Kaka, but down to half HP. Does get with the Bar Strike, and look at him, barely alive. So saved by the Shallow Grave. But you've got the Bar Strike now, so YapzOr, he'll be ready to initiate. He's got the Yules as well. There's so much control on this man.
KP, player to watch with that massive ulti.
But they just ran out on the Weave. The Weave is now finished, so you haven't even got the extra armor against this. It's going to make it even tougher.
Yeah, and Mugi doesn't have buyback.
I like Puppy just in the mid lane always like, yeah, I'm just going to keep this pushed in, so someone has to come up here. It's not as good as if you had the top lane pushed, but I mean, Secret, they just want to finish this. They're looking at the top lane, like, that's a long push. Let's just hang here. We've got the Aegis. Just waiting for Newbee to get the impatient. Now, the impatience gets him in level 2 epicenter. No! He misses it up, and now there's initiation. Puppy stun on mobile heroes. SCC, he's dying pretty quick here. That amplified damage is too much. Is he going to live off? The Yules protects him for a little bit of time. The Ravage coming out. It's huge. It catches on all 5. They use the Shallow Grave. Now about to run out. SCC is maybe going to die. Yes, he does. Batter eats the cheese. Staying alive, but taking a lot of damage from Metamorphosis. And now KP dies off the back for Ace, turns it around and says, hello, Moogie, let me spill your blood all over your base. And he didn't get the thunder off. It was interrupted by the Lincolns. GG gets called. Newbee have had enough, and Secret, they take a convincing 2-0.
That was a stomp and a half. What many would consider one of the closer series, but Secret made it look very easy.
Yeah, this was the one we thought was going to be like the long one. We were like, at the end of the day, it's like, this might be the slog. This might go for, like, I don't know, game 3. It might be 2 games going over 40 minutes. But, I mean, we had 21 minutes and 34 minutes. Secret, they didn't want to wait around.
At the end there, too, Yapsor did manage to steal the Ravage, I believe. Yeah. Counter initiates. Beautifully done by the entire Secret squad. That was as thorough of a victory as you need.
And it was ridiculous. Like, at one point, it looked like Moogie might turn it around because he's sitting there. He's just soaking into this back line, but at the same time, Ace is doing the exact same thing in your base. And, well, I mean, looking at that, what do you think the deciding factor was? I feel like it was the fact that Ace got really good farm and Pugna, they didn't stop him pushing, right?
I think the lineup just worked out really well, and they played the team fights so beautifully. Like, they always just ran at this Tidehunter, put him at like 100 health, and like, Ravage, see what happens. We're BKB'd, Abba ulted. They prioritized the fights way too well.
Well, I think we should go across to our couch and see what they think.
That was, well, a bit more one-sided than what we were expecting, again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a game. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, my panel was wrong again.
Well, you know, we weren't technically right either.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, great game.
Great game.
Great game.
Why was this game? Why were you wrong? What flaw did you read in that draft?
I don't know. We saw this lineup from Newbee. They had their incredibly comfort picks, and I guess I should have sort of stuck with the sentiment that I said before the draft that Newbee should have done something different and off the wall. They didn't, and it didn't work out for a second time. Secret they just seem to be playing so well. They've got these ideas, these strategies that they're turning up with it, and in these 2 games, as we've seen that. I don't think you can even be mad at Newbee not having a plan against it, because how do you plan against this team that's turning up and is blowing away tier 1 teams just like they have here against Newbee? This is pretty incredible from Secret.
I think there's a couple of reasons. If you look at Newbee's draft, they have 3 different heroes that all have really long cooldowns. And what Team Secret did is they played really fast and really aggressively into that. And that is one of the dangers of running certain heroes like Death Prophet as well as Terrorblade, is that being able to force the exorcism and metamorphosis defensively, especially if you lose that team fight, is just crippling. If you look, there's just pretty much no towers being taken in that early game by Team Secret or by Newbee, and that is something that has to be able to happen. A part of that reason is also because of their heroes. They also had the Pugna and Aban, who are always standing in front of these pushes. So I think in general, it was maybe a little bit less about their draft than anything. I think both game 1 and game 2, Secret have just adapted this like blistering pace that I've never seen them achieve before. I think that this is something that they tried to do at Bucharest. Didn't look very good. They did not seem very well practiced at being able to make those kind of like those fast rotations, playing pretty selfless, little farm, etc. If you look at their cores, they're kind of like a bit greedy in that regard. So I think they have done a lot of improvement.
Yeah, we can ask exactly what improvements they've done, as we have the chance to talk to Yapsor, as he is the one standing at the door. Let's see if the door got fixed. Yes. Hey, Yapsor.
Hey, Yapsor.
Hello, Yapsor.
You're in the middle.
Take seats, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I heard you guys wanted revenge, and it looked. Revenge on Newbee.
Poppy said.
Bucharest.
Oh, indeed we did, yeah.
Indeed you did.
Yeah.
So what changed? Compared to Bucharest and now, what differences were there for you guys?
I'm not entirely sure. To be fair, because
Okay.
Like, we went to back-to-back majors, which was an awful idea from the start. But after that, we had like a week break to like process our thoughts and like clear our minds and blah blah blah. And we just came here. Like, minors are more chill as well,
Yeah.
which also added up with like for the clearer mindset. And we just feel good right now, and we're just not worrying about anything. It feels like.
Yeah, because you guys seem
you
really
guys look
good.
very like carefree
Yeah.
in that regard. You
Yeah.
kinda look like VP.
We're just playing Dota, you know. We're just going. Whatever happens, happens, and like I don't know. To be honest.
I mean, these two games as well, yeah. You know, there's no doubt about it, these where they did look very one-sided. I mean, you guys coming into this against Newbee, as we saw there, obviously at Bucharest, they did give you trouble before. Are you a little surprised with how well these games worked out, or coming into these two, after you had the draft, were you super confident that you had the edge?
I think we were more confident, and I was a bit surprised because it's kind of like yesterday. We also did not expect a game one like that.
No,
either.
Yeah.
But in game two, we knew they were gonna like fix some stuff, and they're gonna come back stronger. So we have to put up our game as well. So yeah, I think we were like mentally prepared for this. It's like we're just playing with really just carefree.
I mean, in terms of carefree, just it looked incredibly fun. You're a very fun player. You got to play like support Terrorblade. Do you just feel better and more in the zone when you're sort of getting to do something a little bit off the wall rather than the standard stuff, as it would be?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it feels like when you can just bust out something like that and actually, like in an important match, and actually feel good about it, it really boosts your confidence as well, especially when the game is that one-sided. And I'm not saying that's because of the Terrorblade or anything, but I am saying like, okay, like there's no doubts in each other, and we all just have like full faith, and we're just playing Dota, you know.
So, yeah, sort of from an outside perspective, I felt like there's definitely been a change for you guys over the last like 3 weeks. I would say that the meta kind of sped up, and people started playing faster and faster. And at Bucharest, I thought you guys were going to be outpaced simply because of where the meta was going. You guys were kind of a slower team beforehand. And at Bucharest, you guys actually surprised me. You were picking these very fast-paced lineups, but to be honest, you just didn't look that good on it. But here, you're actually looking very good. This series against Newbee definitely proved that. I mean, this last game against this Death Prophet, you guys were just kind of like go, 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 very fast rotations. Is this something that you guys, like, do you also feel that? Is that, like, is that something that you guys identified as a team that you wanted to work on? Or what has changed for you guys over the last 2 weeks?
I think most of our problems were actually just like outside of the game, actually.
Okay.
Like at Bucharest, we did have a talk about like picking more fast-paced heroes and like, you know, getting with the meta and stuff like that, which obviously helped. But in reality, we knew that all of our problems were actually outside of the game, and we needed to fix those. And what we did differently this time, actually, we didn't do anything differently, to be honest. But we only just took a break, like a week break or something. We chilled, we played some party games, and like we just relaxed a bit.
Refreshed.
Yeah, we just refreshed. We basically refreshed, and like because what happened to us at Katowice, for example, when we went into the first major, is that we weren't prepared, and we kind of like stressed ourselves to get as prepared as possible for the tournament itself, and obviously that didn't end up working well. And then we go into the next major, feeling like we need to fix so many problems, and that also like crushed us. So it's like this time we took a completely different approach, and we actually just didn't give a shit, and it's turning up well so far.
Yeah. I've got to know as well. Yeah. So I don't want any spoilers, but is there more stuff in store from Team Secret on the lines of these off-the-wall strategies? Can we expect some more excitement?
To be honest, ever since I saw the potential in Terrorblade, I started looking at other things. So perhaps.
That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me.
I like it. So your series, your second game, Twitch chat had a vote. Who was the MVP? You were, by the way, for the first game, you were MVP of the first game on your Terrorblade.
I'm sure that's only because of the hero, but okay.
I don't think so. Twitch chat is very,
They're very accurate with it.
Yeah, very accurate with their MVP handouts. Who would you give the MVP on this second game?
Game 2?
Yeah.
I think Puppy probably. I don't know.
Well, let's see what
Like
Tristan
even in game, he surprised me with how fast his blink came out.
Ta-da!
Hang on.
It is indeed Puppy.
Yep.
With Fala being the second there, but that is a big difference there. Puppy with the slaughter. And of course with the draft as well. He was also pretty high up on the first game there. I think also partially because of the wonky draft.
Yeah.
So that was a very fun series for us to watch. You made it through to the winners bracket finals. You're gonna go up against Team Liquid.
Liquid Heen.
Yeah.
Once again.
Yeah.
But this time, since they have a coach playing for mid, we're gonna let our coach step in
Yeah.
play for mid. Like Korean versus Korean.
Yeah. Mid one is gonna step back for a sec.
Wait, they have Miracle. Yeah, mid one's out.
Mid one's out.
Yeah.
All right. Does he know that?
Yes, he does.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing that. That will be hype.
Yeah, it will.
Coach versus coach. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I'm going to let you go.
No problem.
And we'll see you play again tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing what Secret has in store for us.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thomas will play you out. And for us, it is time to close the show. As this was the end of the second day. This was also the last of days where you were able to watch all 8 teams, because we said goodbye to 2 teams. We can take a look at the brackets and see how that went. We have got no more Immortals, and we got no more Pain Gaming eliminated. Were you surprised, Cap, to see those 2 eliminated at the start?
Not really, to be honest. Pain is maybe a little bit surprising. Immortals, absolutely. Like, that is not a surprise to me whatsoever. I think they were, going into this tournament, probably the worst-rated team.
Yeah.
Pain, they have had a good go of it recently. They have been looking stronger, but just because of the matchup, I guess it's not too surprising to me that OG just remain a little bit stronger than them. Even with their old switcheroo. I mean, honestly, Sebastian is not a bad replacement whatsoever. So,
Yeah, we saw that today, yeah.
Yeah.
He looked pretty damn good.
Everything kind of went as expected, except for maybe this series, just because of what happened in Bucharest, the fact that it was so one-sided.
Yeah.
But then again, Secret does have a history that is pretty strong against newbies, so...
I was also quite surprised to see Fnatic taking a dive against Liquid. That was my surprise of the day.
Sure, I mean, we did have that with a very close game.
Yeah.
In that series, and I always thought they were going to be evenly matched, because I know, sure, Fnatic has been on the rise as a whole, but Liquid, as we're saying, sure, they've got to change, but it's still 4 members of Liquid plus Heen, and Heen, he's been stepping it up this land. So, I mean, that was a great series for anyone that did miss that one. Liquid versus Fnatic, definitely worth a watch from today.
For sure, for sure. Tomorrow we're gonna have a shorter day, because tomorrow we're gonna have 3 series total. That means we're going to start a little bit later. We're going to start at 1 p.m. our time. And we are going to start with OG versus Newbee. We're also going to have the winners bracket finals tomorrow, which should be very exciting. So hopefully you'll tune in for that as well. And of course, in the middle of that, there's another match that is Fnatic versus Empire, which should be hype as well. So 2 more teams are going home tomorrow. Got 2 more lower bracket matches coming up then. Whew. Hope you guys are ready for it. We're going to give you guys a good night's sleep, and we're back refreshed for more Dota tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Tune out a world of ordinary. Listen closely to what's left. The void. A place where sound is never just noise. It's a competitive edge. A weapon in your arsenal. It's something you can never touch, but you can always feel. And this isn't like anything you've ever felt before.
What if there was a DreamHack PC? What if we told you there is? This is the DreamHack PC, built with the best components on the market, optimized for a flawless esports experience. Just add games.
This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record simple. Now I've got the radio wait. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Got the ladies waving to stop. Rewind from the top. Pull up DJ, start the song again. Hooked up like a better friend. From the edge to turn the bend. Now turning heads with a mix and blend. Got tricks, switch up the vibe we send. Stick around, yeah, we grind to the end. Big set, beginning to trend. Got a crowd and they're ringing their friends. Tell I gotta get quick to the club. If I sent it, just spin the dub. We win this challenge from ravers. Bring it in as you balance the faders. Sing see you later, cause you gone. On the trip, take left through the song. Sound sick that you can't do wrong. Something like a phenomenon. I know DJs what you on. DJs what you on. DJ, would you play my song? Play my song, play my song. Put it up, replay the record. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record simple. Now I've got the radio wait. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. What? This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record simple. Now I've got the radio wait. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. When I say thanks, let me give a gift. Been bang to make that playlist. Matched up, yeah, you ride the riff. Catchy like it's Cupid's kiss. Catch up if you need to this. Get attached like cuffs on wrist. It's starting to stick when you put hands up when you move your hips. Won't miss if I know there's a shot. Get low when it drops. Heavy flow like I'm throwing rocks. And I just won't stop till the DJ chops. Coming for the chop top. When I got a hot. This feeling I wouldn't swap. Believe it's like hitting jackpot. I know DJs what you on. DJs what you on. DJ, would you play my song? Play my song, play my song. Put it up, replay the record. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. DJ special. This is a DJ special. Put it up, replay the record. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record simple. Now I've got the radio wait. Unlock it, spin it on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. What? This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record simple. Now I've got the
You knew my whole backstory, the ins and outs of what